we went over the instructions in the dressing room. I'm sure you have no questions. I expect a clean straight.
And good luck.
How high are his strengths? I don't want no low blow.
He's okay.
Okay?
He's okay.
Right.
Go back to your corners, wait for the bell.
Michael learned to box in what was once an old chicken coop behind the house and turned into a gym by Denny. But maybe the kid was born to box because he readily accepted at a very young age the rigidity required of one to prepare for the amateur program as it now exists in the world, and he took right to it.
Started out idolizing, as you could judge from his nickname, Little Hands of Stone, idolizing Roberto Duran. Wanted at age 6, he says, to be a professional world champion, but modified that goal to get to the Olympics.
And he's still cranky because he didn't get the gold medal. So
retaping work being done there by the referee on the gloves of Kittikasem.
The North American Boxing Federation title won from Tony Bazooka DeLuca by Carbajal. I'm not even going to try to tackle some of the people, the names of some of the people that Kittikasem has defeated because I simply can't pronounce their name. And I readily admit it. As a matter of fact, Kittikasem is not the real name of the fighter from Thailand. Now, he's the one with all of the writing all over his trunks. The plain white trunks belong to Michael Carbajal. But his real name is Nathavud Jamtavimo.
Sounds like a joke that somebody would change it to Mungchai Kittikasem, but it's the truth.
Well, Mungchai is City of Victory, loosely translated, means that. Kittikasem is the name of the training camp where he's from, club.
You see the body of Kittikasem there, Keith. It is warm in here. He doesn't have an ounce of sweat on him, and that may mean that he's dehydrated, although the weigh-in was yesterday, and he has had time to rehydrate himself. In fact, he probably has had time to put on a lot of pounds.
Yeah, he might be 115, 117 pounds by now. But Danny Carbajal was there, and he agreed to whatever excess there might have been.
Keep the head off the head.
Here, the Thai kickboxing background will slip in there once in a while, even to the point of an occasional backhand.
You might say, Keith, that the reason Kittikasem was so dry is because he didn't warm up properly, but Bob Yalen of our crew, who was in the dressing room, says he boxed 3 rounds in the dressing room, so he just may be just dehydrated.
He still doesn't have any water in his body.
Good right hand there by Carbajal. That's when you know a fighter's going to make the transition. One of the keys to making a transition for the amateurs. If you can sink a right hand to the body like Michael did, that's a big, big hit.
Oh, good, straight right lead, too. Another right hand lead.
I'm a little surprised at the way Kittikasem's fighting, Keith. He's shown as in his previous title defenses that he is capable of outstanding lateral movement. And I thought that he would be much more careful and conservative coming in here, but he's been very stationary.
Yeah, if he's going to stand right in front of Carbajal, he is not going to win this fight. I don't think. It'll surprise me if he does. It's going to take some lateral movement.
He may just feel that having killed himself to make the weight, that he may not have the energy to do the lateral movement. Jab there by Kittikasem.
Good popping left hand by the Thai boxer. That's a good strong left hand, but the combination by Carbajal neutralizes it. I thought it interesting, Alex, that it was Danny Carbajal reminding Michael he too should think a little bit once in a while of some lateral movement.
And also asking Michael to put punches together. I think, we said at the top it's possible Michael might come out a little bit tight, and I think he is a little bit tight, at least in that first round. The combinations were not flowing as they have in his previous 14 fights as a professional. And I think that's understandable.
But, you and I old-timers here. We've been all over the world.
Speak
We've
for
seen
yourself, John.
a little bit of everything in our lifetime, but can you imagine the impact of this day on Michael Carbajal? My goodness, what a moment. Pretty good right hand there by the Thai boxer.
And Kittikasem is taking the play away right now. He's getting off first, and Michael is waiting much too much. Bob Arum a little bit concerned right there. He's the man who wants to make all those financial dreams come true. And another good left hand there by Kittikasem. Michael not responding. Curious.
There's the right hand. The right hand lead is effective against Kittikasem. We've seen that already. But that straight left that Kittikasem brings to the party is punishing.
And that might be the best jab that Michael's seen as a professional. And he might have to be making some adjustments here.
Uppercut by Kittikasem. He's standing stock still right in front of Carbajal. Good left hook to the side of the head by Michael. Another good left hand by Carbajal. Hard right hand by Kittikasem. I mean, a wicked right, but Carbajal took it and stood.
Michael shot a left hand to the Kittikasem body. It was actually below the belt. Kittikasem didn't blink and drilled that hard punch of his own. That's the danger of body punching. Leaves you exposed.
Right hand again by the Thai boxer. The champion is from Thailand. A combination by Carbajal brings the crowd up. Combinations, and particularly the right hand lead, the most effective tools of Michael Carbajal, and there's that right again. Kittikasem is staggered, flags back against the ropes, and Carbajal lost control, got wild. He's going to miss him if he doesn't settle down. Kittikasem appears to have shaken off the effects of the punch. Carbajal got a little too eager, got wild, and let him get away. Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix, Arizona is rocking. As the last 30 seconds of a round, it looked like Michael Carbajal had lost. Come roaring back and almost knocked down the Thai boxer, the champion, Kittikasem. Carbajal was relatively stationary and didn't do much in the first 2 minutes of the round. And he is stung early in this round by Kittikasem. There's that straight left, and it's a good one.
You said Keith stung. Michael was hurt, not hurt. Hit very hard in the beginning of the last round, but he finished the round. And of course, the adage is that's what the judges remember.
Danny Carbajal, who is wound tighter than any spool of thread you'll ever see right now.
I'll tell you, it was great when Michael came back in the corner last round. Danny was screaming at him, "Don't get excited! Don't get excited!" He's trying to calm Michael down, and he's ricocheting off the wall himself.
Michael got wild in the last 30 seconds. He had really had Kittikasem in trouble and just simply got a little wild and never really put anything else on him.
It was the left uppercut that got Kittikasem in trouble, Keith. They both went down, and Michael threw an uppercut. We said at the top, great variety of punches. He's knocked people out with uppercuts, with right hands, with body shots, but primarily the straight right hand.
Kittikasem is still getting him with that straight left.
And that was a real good jab that he put on him there, Keith. He might have turned that one over a little bit because Michael just a little bit of movement in him. I think it's safe to say, with a minute left in round 3, that Kittikasem is not one of these Oriental imports that just completely falls apart. He is hung in. He's a competent professional fighter. Whether he's going to win the fight or not, I don't know. But we've seen many, many fighters come out of the Orient who come over here and just don't have it at all. They got crazy ratings. This kid can fight.
Yeah, you go over there, and sometimes you run into an unknown in some of those countries. It's like putting a tornado in a sack. But when they come over here, so many times they'll freeze and not deliver. The left hand, straight left, continues to be a punishing tool for Kittikasem.
Yeah, there was not much, despite the crowd reaction, no damage there by the Carbajal combination.
Right hand over the top was a little short by Carbajal. Round 4, International Boxing Federation Junior Flyweight Championship. The young man to your left there with the writing on the front of his trunks is the champion, Kittikasem of Thailand. Michael Carbajal of Phoenix, Arizona is the challenger in the pure white trunks. Close fight, tough fight.
I have Carbajal winning all 3 rounds, Keith. 1 and 3 were closer. 2, I thought he won decisively with the uppercut. But that jab at Kittikasem, as you pointed out, really is a punch that's keeping him in the fight.
That gives you a headache about round 9. Good left to the body by Carbajal.
I was just going to say he hasn't done as much body punching as I thought he would. That time, according to the referee, and correctly so, he went a little bit south of the border.
Robert Ferraro of Tucson is your referee.
Now it's Kittikasem who is not getting off. Carvajal's taking all the play from him. Kittikasem just posing.
Good right. There's the parents of the challenger, Mary and Manuel Carbajal. Carbajal now beginning to assert himself, but a good right hand by Kittikasem. That'll stall the momentum for a moment.
And he's really backed Michael out of there, I think, for the first time. Even if temporarily, but he really got some respect with that punch, Keith.
You know, looking at Kittikasem, Alex, I think he's got a frame big enough to carry 118, 19, 20 pounds, don't you?
Yeah, well, certainly not 108.
Michael's got a mouse on the right eye, corner of the right eye from that right hand. Puffed up. Got to get out of there.
A lot of punches, but no damage there, despite the crowd again. One of those cases where the judges have to concentrate on their eyesight and close their ears.
Good right hand by Carbajal. Snapped his head back. That's a pretty tough-looking eye now, right around the left eye of Carbajal. And that's from that right hand. Down goes Kittikasem from a right and then a left. Hey! Okay. Carbajal again getting wild. Again, it comes late in the round. Kasem is down again. Back into the ropes, but the 3 knockdown doesn't apply.
And the count, he called it a knockdown. Kittikasem bounced over the ropes. The referee called it a knockdown. The bell will ring now because the round is over. There will be no more punches.
Round 5, and the Coliseum is a madhouse as the home folks are rooting for Michael Carbajal to put away the champion. But Kittikasem has already shown you he is resourceful.
Just when that eye of Michael Carbajal started to get us distracted, Keith, he was resourceful enough to, to put some punches together and really hurt the champion when it looked. Oh, again, Kittikasem hurt.
He's a gamer.
He is a major gamer. Still not the typical movement that we know Kittikasem is capable of. Oh, the right hand again. Kittikasem is dropping his hands on the inside, and Michael Carbajal is making him pay.
He hurt him to the body. He hurt him to the body. Danny is up, waving to Michael. Get him, pin him, pin him. Kittikasem is in trouble.
If Michael goes back and looks at the tapes of Roberto Duran, he sees so often, he'll know that every time Duran had a man on the ropes like that, he'd come in and feint to the head. He'd always drill a punch to the body.
Right hand by Michael, another right hand by Carbajal, a left hook. Kittikasem wobbled, looking to hold on. Right hand by Kittikasem, trying to fight off the ropes, and he lands one good one. Another good one. Oh, the kid's got courage. He was hurt, almost down, and he nailed Carbajal with two good right hands to get some breathing time. There's the home crowd. They can get that extra adrenaline in you, out of you.
Michael picking with the jab. He really has not, Dan, put the punches together here as consistently as you might like. He was a little bit right hand happy. Now he's picking with the jab, looking to set the right up. Looking to load it up, really.
The third big right hand in this round by Kittikasem.
And give him credit. He's come over here. He's not winning the fight on our scorecards, but he's hung very tough.
Long trip.
If Michael goes back and looks at the tapes of Roberto Duran, he sees so often, he'll know that every time Duran had a man on the ropes like that, he'd come in and feint to the head. He'd always drill a punch to the body.
Right hand by Michael, another right hand by Carbajal, a left hook. Kittikasem wobbled, looking to hold on. Right hand by Kittikasem, trying to fight off the ropes, and he lands one good one. Another good one. Oh, the kid's got courage. He was hurt, almost down, and he nailed Carbajal with two good right hands to get some breathing time. Crowd, they can get that extra adrenaline in you, out of you.
Michael picking with the jab. He really has not, Dan, put the punches together here as consistently as you might like. He was a little bit right hand happy. Now he's picking with the jab, looking to set the right up. Looking to load it up, really.
The third big right hand in this round by Kittikasem.
And give him credit. He's come over here. He's not winning the fight on our scorecards, but he's hung very tough.
Long trip. Right here is where you start looking for the factor of stamina. Kittikasem hammered, but saved the ship from sinking in that round with three big right hands. He had to dry out yesterday, had to lose a lot of weight over the last 5 days. International Boxing Federation Junior Flyweight Championship, a 12-rounder. The champion is from Thailand. Kittikasem against Manuel Carbajal, Michael Carbajal, whose parents Manuel and Mary barely able to contain themselves here at ringside.
Manuel does a much better job than Mary does.
Yes, he does.
I'm impressed by the courage of Kittikasem.
But also the technical skill. I mean, he knows how to fight. Good
right hand by Carbajal.
A good right hand. You saw one again, the right hand by Kittikasem around the Carbajal defense. Wasn't that Michael's hands were low. Kittikasem punched around that left of Michael. Kittikasem making a little move here, Keith. See if he can sustain it.
This is a big round, the 6th round, and this is where fatigue will start to show up. Right now, it certainly doesn't look tired.
Another low blow by Michael and not a warning from the referee.
Of course, having been a Thai kickboxer, that ought not to bother Kittikasem a whole lot.
Muay Thai, as they call it, Keith, is a sport in which it is legal to grab your opponent's head and bring it down into the knee. Elbows are legal, knees are legal. It is by far the most brutal of the martial arts.
Yeah, they had an exhibition. In fact, it was a championship fight for Thailand earlier today.
And judging by the crowd's reaction, they'd like to see more of it. Good
Right hand, right hand. 2 right hands. A left hook popped and then bang, bang right.
6, 7, 8. You're blow.
What a tough kid.
But again, it comes late in the round. Oh, that right hand stiffened him. Another right hand. He might have time. Nope. He's going to get away again. Into this round, we're taking a station break. Kittikasem is in trouble, but he survives it. We go to round number 7. Kittikasem survived it, but he's in trouble early this time from the left hook and 2 rights, and this one may be just about done. It's over. Real concern shown here for the young man from Thailand. He grabbed his head, and the doctors in the corner came out quickly.
Let's take a look at the knockdown that caused the referee to stop it. Inside right uppercut by Michael on the right of your screen. Then the left uppercut. I think Kittikasem, if I can judge by what his reaction after the knockdown, I think that second punch did damage to his eye.
Referee Bob Ferreira steps in and calls a halt to this bout. At 14 seconds of the 7th round, the winner by TKO, the first 1988 Olympic medalist to win a world title from Phoenix, Arizona, Las Bonitas de Piedra, Michael Carbajal.
De Tijuana, México, Jaime.
TKO victory. Oh, southpaw hook just laid him out. The dynasty continues.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape before the beginning of this bout as the fighters wrap gloves. Both fighters came in making weight easily. Paez right at the 126 figure. A 4-inch reach advantage goes to Espinoza. The rules in vogue for this fight, the IBF rules, a 10-point must system, no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8, and a fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round, And the judges for today's fight from Nevada, Bill Graham; from Mexico, Juan Jose Ramirez; and Mike Munoz from Arizona. So, Alex, the pomp and circumstance of which there have been plenty seem to be over. Let's get it on. That's why we're here.
2 very strong young men. You saw on the teletape, but when you look at Luis Espinoza, it's hard to believe he only weighs 125 pounds. He bench presses 265 pounds, Al, which I think is remarkable for a fighter his size.
You weren't really confusing me with Al Michaels, were you? The first thing you're going to find out about Jorge Paez, though, he is an awkward-looking fighter. I don't know that he would be a fun opponent. He comes from all directions, and that overhand right connected. And a solid left uppercut. It found its way between Espinoza's gloves as well.
Luis Espinoza, generally, in the 2 fights he's lost, in the most recent losses of his 3, he's had trouble with boxers, moving boxers. Paez is not a moving boxer, but as you said, he moves his head very well.
And Paez takes a lot of chances in the ring. Look at that, allowing Espinoza to hit him. At will, allowing Espinoza to take 4 or 5 shots at his face.
That was the Three Stooges punching combination. He hit himself in the head twice, and then he hit Louis.
For Luis Espinoza, it has to be business as usual. He can't lose his head by the clowning taking place in front of him by Paez. I'd have to think that Espinoza must remain calm and must maintain a high level of concentration.
But he can't wait. He's waiting right now. He can't do this. He must let his hands go.
Well, when's the last time you saw someone like Paez stand there in a title fight and let his opponent whack away at him?
The last time Paez fought.
Yeah. A good point.
There's Louis throwing punches in combination. And a good body shot at the end. That punch at the end was the best punch of the combination.
But it's Paez just allowing him to do so. Paez hasn't thrown a punch in 30 seconds. Took a little flick with a jab. Again, he's trying to distract Espinoza by waving his right hand in semi-bolo fashion. This is a scheduled 12-rounder for the IBF featherweight title, held by Mr. Paez of the spectacular haircut, and a good combination from Espinoza. And Paez just supremely confident in being able to move his upper body and deflect those blows.
And also supremely confident in his ability to take the punch when he gets hit. But Luis Espinoza hits a little bit better than Calvin Grove, a lot better than Calvin Grove. And it'll be interesting to see how often Louis is able to land on him when he gets his hands down like that, and how well Paez takes the punch.
Well, Espinoza's going to have a problem if he doesn't start defensing the uppercut of Jorge Paez any better than he has here in round number 1. Stay with us. The bell just sounds to start the second round here in Phoenix, Arizona. Jorge Paez with a very solid first round. I gave him the round on my scorecard.
He's got some bad swelling, does the champion Jorge Paez, under his left eye, Dan. It may be a little nick there, too.
He was landing his uppercut with a great deal of regularity in the first round, and now a little more aggressiveness from the challenger, Luis Espinoza. Maybe finally, Alex, getting to the point where he might be letting his hands go.
You see that swelling there on Paez. Very early in the fight to have that much swelling.
A lot of feinting and jabbing, as both fighters content to stand right in the middle of the ring. There was a butt, and you could see both fighters being gentlemen about it, touching gloves afterwards, an unintentional butt.
Their heads have come together quite a few times already, Dan.
Well, that's nothing new for a Paez fight either. And it's because of the way he comes forward like that. And he's got Espinoza up against the ropes. Louis doesn't appear to be hurt, but just putting him right back against the ropes. And again, that uppercut of Paez continues to hurt Espinoza.
Stick the glove in the guy's face.
You heard Bobby Ferraro warn Paez about sticking the glove in the face. You cannot measure a man, you must throw a punch.
A whole lot of measuring going on right now. Oh, and a solid, good left jab from Paez.
The best jab I ever saw Jorge Paez throw.
Well, Espinoza certainly wasn't expecting it. He didn't even move his gloves, just took it flush on his forehead.
I mean, there are entire Paez fights where he never throws a jab, he just throws power punches. Right now, he's elevating his ability. He is improving. He improved in the second Calvin Grove fight, and I think he's improved in this fight.
And Paez faking that he was hurt. severely taunting Espinoza, giving it the weak-kneed look. About the only look he hasn't shown so far.
You see Luis Espinoza bouncing there, trying not to get too predictable, trying not to come straight in. He said he had to work from angles. Has not been able to do that too much so far. Both fighters looking to counterpunch right there. They're feinting. They're waiting for the other man to take the lead.
Jorge Paez staying away from Espinoza, but by design, and gives you the impression that this fight is going Jorge Paez's way. I've been referring to the uppercut of Paez and how it's been scoring. A good look at it there from the second round. And here in the beginning of the third round, these two explode out of their corners right in each other's face.
Much more the pace of the fight than we expected, Dan, rather than the cat and mouse game of the first two rounds.
I mean, these two just propelled themselves from their corners. And this is the style that these two have shown the balance of their careers. This is the way they fight.
Good inside left hook by Paez, countering. Luis Espinoza said before that he could not get hit with clean punches on the inside, that Paez was too strong.
Luis Espinoza's best punch from inside is his left.
And from the outside, it's that straight right when he has time to step up and room to step up with it.
But loves to score with that left when he's inside.
Right now, Luis Espinoza is backing up. Got his back on the ropes there, and Luis Espinoza can't win this fight backing up. We talked about Espinoza.
A left from Paez takes Espinoza right in the chest and really rocked him.
We talked before the fight about Espinoza having to get Paez's respect. He has not been able to do that yet.
I think you're beginning to sense that there's a lot more to Jorge Paez than flashy trunks and wild haircuts and dancing in the ring. He's extremely strong.
In this kind of a grueling fight, Dan, obviously could, tremendous Paez work on the inside.
And look at that right. And Espinoza not attempting to fight back. There's a meager effort.
Luis Espinoza's right eye came out of that exchange looking bad. I was trying to say that the key of this fight may be conditioning.
And that left uppercut from Espinoza found its way in.
Paez starting to breathe through the mouth a little bit.
Boy, he loaded up on that right and missed.
Obviously, they can't maintain this pace, Dan. It's just a matter of who needs to take rest the most. Paez, you see here, breathing very heavily. But when he's breathing like that, Luis Espinoza must jump on him. Don't let him take the rest.
Well, these are two fighters that aren't used to going the distance. The vast majority of both of their fights end in knockouts in their favor. This is the end of the third round. I think these guys need a break. Willie Borchert, the trainer for Luis Espinoza, in his corner between rounds, says, Louis, don't be lazy. You can't stand right in front of this guy. You have to move side to side.
First warning from Bobby Ferrara, the referee. Oh, good right hand by Paez. And again, the inside left hook. Warned him about holding and hitting, which is a Paez trademark.
And Borchert's right. Espinoza, you get the feeling, and that was a good right from Espinoza. But he does not give the impression that if he's going to stand and trade blows with Paez, that he's going to win the fight.
There you saw Espinoza switch southpaw on the inside there for a minute. That's something which Paez does, has not done yet.
Luis Espinoza, a notorious slow starter. I don't know that Paez gave him the luxury of being much of a slow starter today. But Espinoza will be the first to tell you, the longer a fight goes, the better I feel.
Keep an eye on that right eye of Luis Espinoza. It started to swell up last round. It does not look good.
And 1-2 combinations from Paez and a An effective combination in return from Espinoza. For one of the rare times in this fight, had Paez moving backward. And again, the uppercut from Paez does some damage.
And again, Paez out-punching Espinoza. Luis looking for perfect punching opportunities, and he's just not going to get him. Yeah. This guy is too aggressive and too awkward and too wild. And Luis just going to have to let his hands go. I mean, we said it, we're repeating it, but it just happens to be the story of the fight.
And again, in that last exchange, a right and a left from Paez hit solidly on the face of Espinoza, whose face is really starting to show some serious wear and tear. This is action in the 4th round here in Phoenix, Arizona, the hometown of Luis Espinoza.
Some blood on the bridge of the nose of Luis Espinoza. He's starting to really look beat up.
Paez taking a little time off. He's prone to do that, at least for some small portion of a round. And I'm sure Espinoza is appreciative.
Luis had a good uppercut in there.
The first 2 hit the gloves, and again, look at Paez saying, come on, you want to take a whack at me? Go ahead. And a combination from Paez, right, left, right, all scored.
This fight was an even fight, a pick'em fight coming in. Oh, good inside right hand by Paez at the bell. I really think Bobby Ferrara has not missed too much in this fight so far. Paez is a real tough guy to keep control of, but he's been tame, relatively tame in this fight.
Espinoza bleeding from the bridge of the nose, swelling worse on his left eye than his right.
Paul Percifield is the cut man in Luis' corner. Paul worked as a cut man for Bumbo Mancini. Had some practice.
Combination and from Paez that scores, and he's just willing to move his upper body, and Espinoza having trouble finding the range.
But he did score there. At least he did score, let his hands go, and scored some points. I mean, as hard as these guys are throwing, it makes you wonder if the fight can go the distance, but I mean, the fighters have to be concerned about winning the rounds too. And right now we have Jorge Paez winning most of them.
I had the 3rd round as a draw. That was clearly Espinoza's best round.
I had the 1st round even too.
Good left lead from Jorge Paez. Those last pair landed on gloves.
All right, come on, get up.
Paez is just throwing more, landing more, and his punches are harder. Good inside punch there by Luis Espinoza. But I really believe Luis would be better to step back there, get a little punching room, and there. He did it on the inside that time, but Paez was in range to land some counter shots. Once again, Luis moving backwards. Now he plants himself. He got to stop Paez.
Oh, and a left lead. Snaps the head back of Espinoza. But clearly the middle minute in that round was the best for Luis so far.
But this is Luis once again on the ropes.
And being measured by Paez. Paez putting a glove on Espinoza and almost holding him there.
Well, Espinoza corner yelling body, but Luis not letting his... There was a good right hand to the body and then a right to the head.
And that's the way to finish an exchange for Espinoza. Inside the final 20 seconds of round number 5.
Paez a little bit tired here, but Luis tired also. These are the times, we said it before, where Luis should jump on Jorge Paez and do some damage.
Action underway in the 6th round. The IBF World Featherweight Championship. The man on the right, Jorge Paez, is the champion, being challenged by Luis Espinoza on your left.
There, a good right hand by Luis to the body of Jorge, and then a left jab after it.
The advice from Espinoza's corner during the round was, Luis, hang in there, hang in there. Paez, though, has shown no signs whatsoever of slowing down. Certainly to this point, Alex, he looks a lot fresher than Espinoza.
And whenever he does take some time off, Luis, as you said earlier, needs the time off himself. He's not able to jump on it.
There's Virgil Hill, who's here in attendance this afternoon, the light heavyweight champion, who we will see next Saturday afternoon in Bismarck, Alex.
Virgil is training here in Phoenix for that fight, defense against the unbeaten #1 WBA contender, Joe Lasisi. A great scene in Bismarck.
8,000 or 9,000 people on hand. We'll be there as well next Saturday afternoon on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
It's interesting. The fans in Bismarck are Virgil Hill fans. The fans here in Phoenix, equally loud, equally good. I think these are boxing fans.
I agree. Several busloads of Jorge Paez's followers made the 250-mile trip up here to Phoenix from Mexicali, Mexico, and they certainly haven't been disappointed in what they've seen out of the champion.
Again, you see how battered Luis Espinoza looks.
And the bridge of Espinoza's nose is beginning to swell even more and bleeding. Not for the faint-hearted, the inside action with these two.
Right now, Jorge Paez is just one punch at a time. Ooh, good one punch that time. Right hand, right in the chops. But he's not as busy as he was.
And Espinoza beginning to bleed more and more from his nose.
He just has to ignore that. He's got to keep his concentration. It's not going into his eye. He's got to try to ignore the swelling. Ooh, the swelling that's closing his eyes.
And when you watch Jorge Paez fight, you're so impressed with his inside power. His punches just sound better than do Luis Espinoza's, a notorious power puncher himself.
And also with Paez's ability to take a punch. I mean, Luis Espinoza, as you said, is a hard punching featherweight. Paez hasn't been close to being hurt, even though dropping his hands a number of times.
This fight scheduled for 12. This the end of round number 6. Luis Espinoza comes out of his corner, Jorge Paez from his, and we had a good look at that cut on the bridge of Espinoza's nose, and it is just a slice right across the top of the bridge. And Alex, your assessment was right. It's really not getting in his eyes. His eyes aren't swelling from that blow, from that cut rather, so not a major problem for Luis Espinoza.
And right away in the opening of round 7, Paez comes out very, very quick. He took 6 off, but he's landed some hard punches on the inside. He gave Espinoza the 6th round. I thought he landed more punches, was a little bit busier, but Paez is showing that was just a temporary change of the pace of this fight. And I think the most important thing is for the majority of this fight, Jorge Paez has set the pace. He's fought when he wanted to fight, when he wanted to rest, so did Espinoza.
And a left lead that time, and another left from Paez, snaps back the head of Espinoza. That was a glancing blow to hit nothing but a glove.
Watch the head. Watch the head. Come on. Hold it. Let's break. Come on. Get out. Louis, come back with the left.
Minute and a half left here in the 7th round.
That was the voice of Willie Borchert in the Espinoza corner saying, Louis, come back with the left, and he did and scored with it. Now, Louis giving ground. He's sharp shooting. Boy, he looks bad. I mean, it's not a beauty contest here, but Luis Espinoza is taking a battering.
We'd like to alert our ABC stations that at the conclusion of this round, we're going to be taking a station break.
Luis Espinoza says the thing that keeps him going is pride and determination, and that is being tested here.
Well, he's 4 years older than Jorge Paez at 27 years of age. You have to wonder how many more shots at a title there are in the future of Luis Espinoza. Talk about determination. That would be enough for me.
The key to the fight, Dan, I just think is Paez can hurt Luis, and Luis can't hurt Paez, at least thus far.
I would agree. We haven't seen anything from Espinoza that has even caught the attention of Jorge Paez. The crowd here in Phoenix urging their man on, chanting Luis. Oh, and what a right from Paez.
And Paez, I think, may be cut, Dan. That may be Luis' blood. There's a lot of blood in the left eye of Paez.
I can't tell whose blood it is. There is blood. Local stations, we're going to stay here between rounds. We'll give you your station break a little later down the line, so we're going to keep it here. And since this fight started, that's the first time that Luis Espinoza was out of his stool before the bell to start the round. Now, let's see if he can capitalize.
How will it affect Paez? Will Paez go into a shell trying to protect the eye? Luis does not come out aggressively. He hasn't thrown a punch yet.
And you'd think, if anything, he would really fly out of
Paez. Luis Espinoza did hold it, hit that time, and Paez says, hey, you warned me. Why didn't you warn him? And right away, Luis Espinoza, with that one punch, he's all busted up again. His nose is busted up. His right eye is swelling.
But yet his legs still appear to be beneath him. Don't be totally confused by the condition of Espinoza's face. I think the rest of him is doing a little bit better than his nose. And that is not a knockdown.
Oh, it's not a knockdown, but that is strange. I mean, obviously, Luis Espinoza pushed him down. He was warned by Bobby Ferrar correctly, but I'm really surprised how easily Paez went down.
There was a push on the back of the head, but I agree with you, Alex. Paez just kind of rode with it and took a ride to the canvas. And this isn't going to win the fight for Luis Espinoza.
This is cat and mouse, and this is not going to win the, it's not going to win the fight for either man. One man has to ignore the cuts, go out and try to take charge in spite of them. Luis should be trying to take Paez out of the fight. Obviously, Paez is bothered by the cut.
To our ABC stations down the line, we'll attempt to give you a station break again at the end of this round, but pay attention. That's subject to what happens, but we'll give you a station break at the conclusion of this round.
Luis waiting way too much.
You would have thought he would have just flown out of his corner and been all over Jorge Paez.
He knows Paez is still dangerous, but he has to go after him.
Well, he's fought enough, though, Alex, to sense where he is in this fight. A solid punch from Paez lands on Espinoza, but Luis Espinoza's been around the block a few times. He knows he's trailing in this fight.
Unofficially, we have him trailing. Again, Luis feigning, but instead of landing the punch after the feint, it was Paez who came in with a punch, and Luis didn't counterpunch.
We're coming to the end of round number 8. Schlitz Malt Liquor Professional Boxing will continue here from Phoenix after this word from our ABC station. Here's the beginning of the 9th round. And I think a couple points we have to make. One, Alex, I feel that with 4 rounds left to go, that this is a fight that Luis Espinoza can still win on a decision if he closes strong and wins these 4 rounds. And maybe even 3 of the 4 might get him close. And he does, yeah, it's a tough fight to score, Dan. I'm not sure, the Paez, we got Paez ahead a couple of points. I'm not sure that that is the situation on the 3 judges' scorecards. I mean, it's very tough to score. Now, here's another point we have to make. We talked yesterday with Jorge Paez's handlers, who talked about how difficult it is to get him to train. If he only feels like working out for 15 minutes, he only goes for 15. What kind of effect could that have in a 12-round fight? Well, he's the kind of kid who doesn't train very well, but he's also the kind of kid who doesn't really abuse himself. He's not a kid who's out drinking all night. And
he knocked out Calvin Grove, knocked him down 3 times the 15th round when he won the title, so he does have late knockout power. The key to tiring him out is put pressure on him. Willie Borchert told Louis Espinoza in the corner, make him fight the whole round. I think if Louis Espinoza could find it within himself to do that, I think he could get into the fight. And as I said, he may very well be in it. The fight could very much be on the line.
That was a good combination by Espinoza. Most of them were glancing blows, but yet he was busy. Paez presented himself, and Espinoza took advantage. And a little bit of an awkward lunge that time by Paez. Off balance, head down.
Louis Espinoza in his career has scored 28 knockouts. More than half of them have been in the second half of the fight. He does have late knockout power. He's a slow starter, comes on strong.
And a good job by Espinoza of spinning out of the corner. When Paez has you in that position, watch how he leans in with his head. Almost battering rams you back into the corner. And a good close to that exchange by Espinoza. Scores with a left.
Paez scores twice with the left himself. Jorge's gotten away a little bit from that uppercut he was scoring with so effectively, Dan.
When a fighter comes in low like that with his head down, as Paez is doing, the punch you would automatically look for would be the uppercut. You'd think that Louis Espinoza would be thinking about that at this stage in the fight if Paez is going to come in low as he is now. It's been a pace to this point that a lot of people didn't think they could keep up, but somehow they have. The end of 9. Both fighters out of their chairs early as we get started here in the 10th round. And Louis Espinoza has to feel pretty good about where he is. He's clearly within striking distance.
Looks right now like this fight's going to go the distance, Dan. Makes you look at the judges. Once again, Bill Graham of Nevada, Juan Jose Ramirez of Mexico, and Mike Munoz of Arizona. If form holds true, Juan Jose Ramirez has Jorge Paez in the lead.
And there was a good uppercut a couple of seconds ago by Paez that scored again on Espinoza. To this point, it's probably been Jorge Paez's best punch. We see time being called in the ring. Bob Ferrara, the referee, taking Paez back over to his corner. Something wrong with his glove.
A little bit of tape coming off. Yep. Very tough to retape gloves like this. And Paez blowing kisses to the crowd.
That's
a tough kid to rattle.
Nothing like letting a little fight get in the way of his social engagements, I guess.
You see who Paez is talking to? He's not talking to his corner. He's posing for a cameraman.
Well, he's also looking towards the direction of the arena where the Mexican contingent that has come up from Mexicali is seated. And you know what? That's just not staged. That's just the way he is.
That's him.
Good exchange by both fighters. And Paez goes to work.
Who's got the most left?
A warning there about the head from Bob Ferrara, the referee.
Oh,
and a good combination.
And Louis Espinoza's legs went stiff with those punches. Paez taking the play away right here.
And he's just challenging Espinoza to come in and try to get me.
Louis said he wouldn't be intimidated by these kind of tactics, but he looks intimidated. Now he doesn't.
But again, Paez was moving his head away.
Tough fight, Dan.
Oh, a brutal fight. And a very difficult fight to score. But if you're looking at whose punches seem to pack the most wallop, I'd have to go with Jorge Paez.
Paez's cut does not seem to be bleeding right now. Chuck Bodak did a good job in his corner. Does not appear to be a factor. Louis Espinoza has to unload that right hand.
And Espinoza with Paez up against the ropes. 40 seconds left here in the round.
Ooh, good Paez hook inside. And the uppercut.
30 seconds remaining in the round.
Real good round for the champion Jorge Paez.
We're down in the final 15 seconds here of the 10th round. A good round for Jorge Paez. We'll return to Phoenix for the final couple of rounds after this. And we're just underway here in the 11th round. Jorge Paez on the right with the wild haircut and the sequin shorts. Hometown challenger and former World Junior Featherweight Champion, Luis Espinoza. And Espinoza, I would think, to win this fight, better win rounds 11 and 12.
You really never know, Dan. That's true in our scorecards.
Yeah.
But still a very close fight.
And at the end of this fight, they're not going to ask our opinion, are they?
No, we don't count. Jorge Paez carrying his left very low, but Luis Espinoza's got a real good right hand, not letting it go.
A left from Paez scores. Jorge Paez, not just a one-punch fighter, pretty effective with his combinations here this afternoon.
I mean, we've repeated many times, tough fight to score. Watch the exchanges. Just watch each exchange and see who gets the better of each exchange.
Oh, and the right uppercut lands on the chin of Espinoza.
People aren't booing, they're chanting Louis, trying to get Louis, inspire him to let some punches go. Luis Espinoza on the left of your screen. But he just isn't getting off.
I think Louis saying, well, I'm glad you're behind me, but you're not the one in here with this guy.
Come on down here, I'll give you the gloves.
The fake right hand, a page out of Sugar Ray Leonard's book.
He took it out of Kid Gavilan's book. Again, Paez with that kind of intimidation, and Luis Espinoza, who's fighting a very valiant and brave fight. I mean, I'm not saying he's obviously not totally intimidated. He isn't getting run out of the ring.
A little swivel hip action by Paez. And time being called again.
Again, the
glove. This time on the left wrist of Paez.
Once that tape is wet like that, it's very, very tough to make the tape stick.
That's a good job by Bob Ferrara, the referee. That's his job.
As we said in the past, that little bit of tape doesn't look like much, but it can flick into the eye of the opponent. The opponent is the one in danger.
Now the right eye of Luis Espinoza is swelling pretty noticeably.
Yeah, that was the eye that was starting to close in about the 3rd or 4th round. Held up for a while, but you're right, it now appears to be a problem again.
We're just inside the final minute of the 11th round.
Ooh, I think that punch looked a little better than it was, but a good inside uppercut by Luis Espinoza, and another good punch in the exchange, and another right hand.
A good close by Espinoza, scores on 3 successive rights. And Luis Espinoza acting like somebody's flipped his switch. We're at the 32nd mark of round number 11.
This could be a crucial round. Paez dominated the first 2 minutes. Espinoza's looking very good here in the end.
Inside 20 seconds. We are at the 10-second mark here of the 11th round. It ought to be wild here. The final round coming up. The fighters touch gloves and get it started here in the 12th and final round of this IBF featherweight title fight. We've been talking how difficult this fight is to score. This round may be critical for both fighters. This may be needed to gain a win. The right eye of Luis Espinoza swelling. but probably won't be a factor before this round is over. If anyone may be able to be a little more comfortable in the 12th round, I would think it would be Paez. If you're Luis Espinoza in the 12th round, I think you'd have to feel a sense of urgency. And yet so far, it's been Paez that's been the busier fighter.
Another question, Dan, is what is the effect of the hometown crowd? Jorge Paez said he wanted to come to Phoenix, fight in the other man's backyard. This is his first fight outside Mexico. He wanted to prove that he's a true world champion.
His quote to us yesterday was, "I don't want to be just the champion of Mexicali. I want to be the champion of the entire world." Well, this has certainly been a courageous effort on the part of both of these fighters. It's not often that you see two guys willing to stand toe-to-toe through 12 rounds of boxing like this, Alex.
And again, Paez putting the pressure on, backing Espinoza up.
And as he has all fight, Jorge Paez, acting like he's not afraid of anything Luis Espinoza has to give it.
But you saw Luis Espinoza stand his ground there, Dan, and back up Paez into the corner.
Inside the final minute, down to 45 seconds in the 12th round.
These two men have sustained a tremendous pace.
It's no surprise to anyone who has watched this fight that both of these men, at one time or another, have been world champions. There are certain prerequisites to being a world champion, and having the skill and the toughness that these two have displayed here today is certainly part of it.
We talked about the contrast between them at the top of the show. They have one thing in common. They both have tremendous fighting hearts.
The fight almost over. We'll take a commercial break, and then we'll come back here to Phoenix for the decision and the winner. We are back in Phoenix, and right now let's go up to the ring and ring announcer Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official scoring. Dr. Michael Munoz scores it out 114 to 114. He has it even. Kilograms scores it out 116 to 113. And Juan Jose Ramirez scores it out 115 to 113. Ramirez has the score for Paez. Bill Brenner has the score for Espinoza. The bout is a three-way split. It's a draw, ladies and gentlemen.
And on a draw, the champion Jorge Paez keeps his title.
De Tijuana, Mexico,
And this fight is over, a TKO victory. Oh, southpaw hook just laid him out. The dynasty continues.
These trunks are good. There's the line there. There's the line there. Touch gloves. Go back to your corners. Toca los guantes.
Let's see what version of Navarrete we will get. At his best, he is a volume power puncher. He averages over 73 punches per round. The average 130-pounder throws 56. He's busy, he's dangerous, and he's going after his third division right here against Wilson.
The thing Wilson is going to have to overcome psychologically early on is the nerves of not being here before and not facing a fighter of this caliber with this big a name. He's going to have to settle himself early to get in his rhythm and avoid taking a lot of punishment early from Navarrete.
The name doesn't matter. You know, once you step foot in that ring, it's just like sparring. You know, you find your groove, you find your rhythm, and you take advantage of the openings that you see. That's it. He's going to find out in his first round if he belongs or not. And I'm talking about William.
You don't think Wilson has some level of doubt?
Excuse me.
You don't think Wilson has some level of doubt stepping in against an established guy like this?
I'm telling you, it's just like the nerves are up leading into the fight, but as soon as that first punch is thrown, it's like you're at home. Everything calms down. You know what to do now.
Wilson's had a good first minute, but keep in mind that Navarrete is notoriously a slow starter.
There's that left hook from Wilson. That is his best punch.
Work out of there, guys. Good.
Straight right hand. It's blocked by the left of Navarrete.
I don't see any excess movement from
back.
Wilson.
Step back. Step back.
That speaks to the moment being too big. He seems to be right at home at the moment.
Navarrete lunging with that left hand. There's the warning coming here from Flores, the referee.
Hey, that was payback from the last move that Navarrete did on him.
You know, speaking of lunging and the length of Navarrete, yes, Wilson is the naturally bigger man. He's 2.5 inches taller, but Navarrete has the longer reach.
Yes, and he throws punches like that from odd angles.
He sure does.
Had his head sitting on his back foot, and then he just whipped the hook in there.
You hear Coach Barry Hunter yelling to Wilson, don't reach, as he got countered with that left hook.
I don't like the way Wilson keeping his head directly on that line. I like the fact that he's not leaning forward and exposing his chin for the uppercut from Navarrete, but I am worried about a looping shot catching him because his head is directly there every time he shoots a punch.
10 seconds.
Good catch right there on the glove. Good right hand.
Glad you're with us. Big crowd here in Glendale, Arizona. Of course, we're right next door to where the Super Bowl will be held. KC and Philly next weekend at State Farm Stadium. We're at the Desert Diamond Arena. Andre Ward, Tim Bradley, near ringside. I'm Joe Tessitore. Round number 2, World Championship fight. In that first round, Navarrete was 7 of 27 on his punches. Wilson was 8 of 33. Tries to catch him off balance. I don't know that there is an off balance with Navarrete ever, as he lands the right hand awkwardly and then sweeps with the right to the body on that exchange.
It's crazy how Navarrete, how he attacks and he has these mid-flight adjustments.
Yes.
Like he'll leave his feet, he'll shoot a jab or fake a punch, leave his feet, and then throw a left hook like that, moving forward. It's amazing to me.
And then little inside work once he got there, Dre.
That's quintessential Emmanuel Navarrete right there. And what you look for in Wilson is the counter. That's the only thing that Navarrete is going to respect, is being disciplined and being hit for the mistakes that he makes.
Navarrete shoots this power jab, and he leaves his arms extended. He has long reach, and it forces the guy back so he can't counter.
And you got to be careful facing Navarrete, especially early in the fight, not to get caught in his pace, because he'll lull you to sleep. He won't throw a lot of punches, and then all of a sudden he'll explode on you, and before you know it, you're fighting his fight.
Yes.
How does Navarrete's body look to you, Dre, at 129.2 that he officially checked in at?
I don't like it, but I'm not sure it looks too much different than any other time that we've seen it.
Got him.
Let's see the composure of Wilson. Let's see how he responds.
He slips that time.
To a first good moment from Navarrete.
But the thing is that the power, it hasn't translated yet. I mean, he's catching Wilson flush.
Well, he's blocking a decent amount of those shots, but he has landed to the body and some to the head.
And clash of heads moments ago as Navarrete 2 times Put his glove up there.
Ooh, nice body work.
It was a good left hand to the body from Wilson. Gains a bit of confidence and steps forward and comes with the left hook after it.
And that's what he needs to do more of, Tess. He needs to let his hands go. Don't wait for this to happen.
And Navarrete goes on the attack here to close out round number 2.
Step back. Very good. Box.
Round number 3 here, world title on the line. Navarrete with a 21-16 advantage according to CompuBox.
This fight will be over soon.
Why do you feel that way?
I feel that way because Navarrete right now, he's just letting him weaken a bit. He knows what he can do now. He understands where he's weak at. And where Wilson is weak at is in the inside. He doesn't know how to handle himself well in the inside. So Navarrete will turn it up eventually when he feels him weakening and at the right time when he smells blood.
Dre, do you agree with Timmy that this fight will be over soon?
I don't think it'll be over soon. I think Wilson is still very much in this fight, even though you can't like how Wilson is starting to let Navarrete warm up. That's a guy you don't want to allow to get into a rhythm. When Wilson throws, he often lands. He needs to do more of that.
Left hand from Wilson.
Good counter right there. Navarrete lunged in, and he made Navarrete pay, and now he has him pinned against the ropes.
He goes southpaw with that power punch.
I'm just waiting on Navarrete to go rock star mode. Just to the wall, all the way to the wall. Let those hands go. Change the station up.
And I'll say this about the body of Navarrete. He doesn't have, his physique is never a six-pack, four-pack, whatever you want to call it. But when he's in tip-top, you see him tight. He does look a little bit pudgier than we're used to seeing it. I don't know if that's the added weight, if it was added properly or not, but just something to keep in mind. Good two-piece right there for that.
And that's that awkward lunging uppercut, then coming back with the power jab. And then small work on the inside from Wilson with the left hand.
Like the response.
Yes. With the short left hands.
Not enough body work from Wilson. You got to be more body work. You know Navarrete struggles making weight. You have to dig downstairs on him.
If I saw the body of Navarrete,
oh my God,
yes,
I would throw the majority of my punches down low, starting with the jab. But hit him in the solar plex, hit him around the guards as often as I could.
There's a break called by Flores.
Yeah, but you see, I saw the inexperience right there of Wilson. Lunging. No, rushing his attack, not trying to set it up, just rushing it. Similar to Navarrete, and he almost got caught in between with that. Ooh.
Left uppercut. End of 3. Round number 4, WBO Junior Lightweight Championship on the line between Emmanuel Navarrete and Liam Wilson. Liam Wilson, who went into great detail telling us of what inspires him, of what motivates him. His father struggled with alcoholism. He passed away when Liam was just 15 years old. And he said, I promised that I would be a champion for my dad. Well, this is the opportunity right here. As you see, Navarrete, the punches landed per round in the comparison. This usually keeps a very, very high volume work rate.
Like how Wilson tried to hit Navarrete at the beginning of that round, because Navarrete each round wants to touch gloves. We're not cool right now, and there's no need for us to touch gloves. In fact, I'm going to try to hit you. I love it.
It's the correct statement, right, Dre?
He's trying to brother along.
Listen, you're a 14-1 underdog up against a 2-division world champion. Make the statement.
This is not for play. I'm only touching gloves when we're mandated to touch gloves. It's an attitude that often translates in the fight.
Sweeping left hand. Bernardo, what are you hearing in the corner of Wilson?
Barry Hunter told me they want him to go up the middle and from underneath and not to reach on anything. They want Navarrete to make the mistakes and then have Liam capitalize, and they feel he's got power in both hands. That's why in the southpaw stance.
I think Wilson is missing a big opportunity by not going to the body. But to Tim's point, I'm not sure that he can. He can, but I don't think that that's his comfort zone.
Switching stances, we heard them talk about the comfort with the southpaw stance. Of course, we've seen him throughout his career utilizing that left hook from the orthodox stance that he's currently in.
But I have to believe, being in D.C. at Headbangers Gym with those guys, Barry Hunter and the team, that they worked on that. I have to believe that that's what they specialize in.
Ooh. Two-punch combination from Navarrete. And then goes back. Oh, he got caught. Wilson catches him. And now Navarrete's hurt here in round 4. Wilson on the attack. Massive underdog. Has a big opportunity. Oh! Wilson scores the shocking knockdown here in round 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Navarrete paid the price for his mistake. Half a minute left in round 4. Mouthpiece is out.
He's out on his feet right now.
Takes a little time.
Referee's got to get this right.
He's getting a little extra time with the mouthpiece. Wilson's got to jump on him. Could Wilson pull the shocking upset? Right hand comes in. Tries to come back with the left hook. Navarrete is not tying up. Navarrete, a huge favorite, a 2-division world champion. Wilson, a little-known Australian. Big right hand comes in. Final seconds. Navarrete is hurt, but survives. Here we are, round number 5. Liam Wilson, who flew his children all the way here from Australia because he said he wanted them here to see Dad be a champ. His first world title opportunity. He only has 11 wins up against Emmanuel Navarrete, a 36-win veteran who's a 2-division champion. How does he look to you, Navarrete? How do his legs look?
He's still hurt, and the left hook is what Wilson needs, and that's the punch that he wants.
If Navarrete gets knocked out tonight, he gonna think about it. Why didn't I hire that nutritionist? Why didn't I stay focused? Why didn't I control my weight? All these things he's answering right now in real time inside the ring. I should have ran that extra mile today.
Wilson needs to stay in that right-handed stance. There's no need for him to turn left hand. He had no success, or had no success in this fight doing that. The success came from the right-handed stance. Just missed the left hook right there. Navarrete punching back. Slowly clearing his head.
And legs.
But the legs still aren't back because he's not lunging in with the aggression that we're used to seeing him with. He's keeping everything deliberate and everything underneath him.
Wide swinging with that right hand. Wilson bubbling up with confidence after what happened in round number 4.
Shot.
Crowd was just chanting, "You can do it," in Spanish. Overwhelming support for Navarrete. But it was jaw-dropping with what we just witnessed in round 4. The knockdown scored by Liam Wilson. A little bit of blood coming from the nose of Liam Wilson.
Don't punch. Step back. Box.
A 14-1 underdog. A replacement for Oscar Valdez, who had to withdraw.
I think Wilson needs to pick a style and stick with it and go with that 100% right now. Because Navarrete is trying to get himself back into this fight. You see those punches landing heavier and heavier from Navarrete.
He thinks he hurt Wilson.
He wants to get that lick back.
No, stop. No, don't punch. Come on. 10 seconds, guys. Stop at the bell.
Comes with the right hand to the body, and you can see him regaining that offensive attack here in the closing moments of round 5. Knockdown was scored by Liam Wilson in round 4. Navarrete had to settle into that 5th round, finally got his footing late. You see the total punches through 5. Wilson 60-54, but has a 10-8 round in the bag. Bernardo, what did you sense in the corner of Navarrete after that last round? Were they looking a little nervous and asking for everybody to be calm?
Urgency, and it was actually Navarrete telling everybody to calm down. Pedro Navarrete was telling them to take a deep breath, to settle down, and then he'd hear instructions from other people in the corner, and he was telling his father, everyone relax.
This game plan for Wilson right now is simple. Keep a tight defense, keep your eyes open because Navarrete is going to keep lunging at you and rip shots to the body and finish to the head. Good shot right there from Navarrete.
Goodness,
He followed straight in with that right to the body.
He had all the momentum to land that shot, and it landed clean. Another good shot right there. And this is why Wilson better step on the gas because Navarrete is trying to get the lick back.
Moving up in weight is not as easy as you think, people. It is not.
Step back. Step back.
One of the questions I have for Navarrete was, does his power, would it translate if it's 130 pounds? Right now, Liam is taking his shot very, very well. And can he take a punch from a real 130-pounder?
But I like what I see from Navarrete. This is championship stuff. This is veteran type stuff. You don't see any turn in him. You don't see him cowering from the moment. He wants to get back and right the wrong from that knockdown.
From a punch combination, doubled up the left hand, placed one to the body.
Now it's up to Wilson to answer what Navarrete is doing right now.
That's that off-rhythm stuff.
Got caught in between punches right there again, but still keeps coming forward. Three-punch combination, landed to the head, went underneath with the left hand to the body, goes back to the body.
He's hurting Wilson with those body shots.
It's a good 6th round for Navarrete.
Now you got to answer the question, do you really want it?
William is tough, man. He's tough.
What a fun fight. World title on the line. Shakur Stevenson vacated. He's up to lightweight. Navarrete following him again, did it at 126 pounds as well. But perhaps didn't realize how much guts and desire is on his Wilson!
He's hurt.
Wilson did it again! Navarrete tries to fire back, but in these closing moments, Wilson's on the attack, and Navarrete is hurt again. This is not a knockdown. Man, oh man, this Aussie has come with the power. What a thriller we have here.
This championship, it's a championship fight. This is the 7th round. The fight just started.
I thought it was going to be over.
The fight just started.
I thought it was going to be over. But it shows you one punch can change the outcome of a fight and change the rhythm of the fight. One punch.
Bernardo, what are they saying in that corner of Navarrete?
Pedro Navarrete is saying, look, don't throw so many flurries at a time because he's just trying to time you with the right hand. You've got to throw 1 or 2, maximum 3, and move, and then regroup and go back.
We've never heard the corner of Navarrete tell him to not be who he is. That's called respect. His corner's respecting what Wilson is doing to him, and he's actually telling his fighter to not do what got him here.
And who he is to his core, Timmy, is a rule breaker.
Yes.
I have often described him, you pick your adjectives for certain fighters, recklessly aggressive, recklessly offensive.
But nobody's been able to, give him a ticket for it. But Wilson is tonight.
I've seen the punches of Navarrete stop Wilson in his tracks, but I haven't seen Wilson hurt yet in this fight.
It's the determination. He came in here understanding and knowing that he was going to take shots tonight, and he ain't going to go nowhere. And I think at this moment, I think he's taking the best shot from Navarrete.
Ooh, Wilson just missed a sweeping right hand to the chin of Navarrete.
So that gives Wilson more confidence to come forward and take more chances.
You're going to see another side of Navarrete tonight because what is happening to him is what he typically does to others. He bullies other people around. He's the guy whose power affects the opponent. Tonight, that's not the case. He's going to have to find another way to get it done tonight.
Watch your feet, guys. Watch your feet.
I'm not going to mess with Wilson about that southpaw stance.
And then all of a sudden, Navarrete can hit the accelerator.
because he knows that's not a good offensive stance for Wilson, even though he landed that right hook a round ago.
Wilson looking for that one-hitter quitter. He's looking for the left hook. He's sitting on it.
There was a body shot in the mix there from Navarrete.
I don't think Navarrete's listening to the corner. I think Navarrete's doing what he knows to do. His offense is his defense.
Blood coming from the nose of Liam Wilson. Much more pronounced now. Navarrete mixing in that body shot again. Wrapping around that elbow. And Navarrete getting after it here to close out round 7. Oh, we got a great one tonight, folks. Sit back and enjoy.
For him to have survived a full...
Yeah, Barry Hunter just said, look, Liam cannot be this gutsy. What he needs to do is outlast Navarrete and outsmart him, and he becomes a champion tonight.
For him to have survived, I'm talking about Liam Wilson here, a full camp in D.C. with the headbangers. If you know anything about them, they fight in the gym. They get great boxers, great teaching, but they bring it. And he said, I sparred with any and everybody, so that lets me know that the mental toughness is there. And we've seen that on display in this first 7.5 rounds.
And Drake, just for this guy to make that decision, it tells you a lot about him. To say, I'm going to leave my family in Queensland, Australia. I'm going to come all the way to D.C. to be forged like steel. And he's very well aware of the history of guys that came before him from Australia, like Jeff Fennick and Harding, and more recently world champions like Jeff Horn and George Kambosos. But this is a guy who has traveled around the world. Remember, he had to go to London just to get his visa cleared up for 9 days in the middle of camp. Come all the way to Arizona to put on this show.
I felt that right hand from Navarrete right there. A straight right hand.
He's landed a couple of those to the body tonight.
Got bubble guts off of that one. My goodness.
Wilson needs to stay downstairs, just like Navarrete.
You see the left hook down there to the liver he went for.
There's a body shot from Navarrete again.
Wilson.
This time he goes to the other side with the right hand.
This veteran stuff right now from Emmanuel Navarrete.
Hit right there on the
veteran
cup.
stuff right now.
Trying to chase him down. Navarrete comes straight in against Wilson.
Wilson he's sitting, he's waiting, he eyeballing, he's looking for that window for that left hook.
You got to know when you try to win a vacant belt or you face a champion like Navarrete, you're going to have some moments like this that you have to weather if you're going to win.
Can't go straight back, though, against him.
Wilson is sitting on that left hook. Yes, Navarrete, he's working, he's making mistakes, but he's sitting on that right hook. Half a step back to draw him in and just throw the left hook. Navarrete head to be right there for Wilson.
And for a guy with only 11 wins, 2 of them have come in spectacular, I mean spectacular fashion with a singular left hook. He can deliver it.
Most guys at the featherweight division would have gone down by now.
Will the conditioning of Wilson hold up?
He
never
can't
going 12 rounds.
Clean body shots away like that 6, 7, 8, 9 times around.
Big shot from Navarrete again. This crowd is getting their money's worth and then some. Vacant WBO Junior Lightweight Championship fight has been dynamic. Liam Wilson, upset-minded, scored the knockdown in round 4. Had Emmanuel Navarrete, the 2-division champion, hurt again in round 6. But Navarrete rallied in the 5th, rallied in the 7th, and then does that here in the 9th. 4, 6, 7, 8. Each man now with a knockdown scored, and will Navarrete, with all this time to work with, get after him? Lunging left hook. Wilson comes forward. Right hand behind the jab. Looking for that left uppercut. Signature punch of Navarrete. Right hand, uppercut, combination. Wilson's hurt, and he ties up. Now some separation, tries to land the left hook. Up jab. Navarrete tries to go underneath it. Seeking to become a 3-division world champion. What a slugfest we have here. Long range bomb. Headshot rings in. Wilson holds up to it. Wilson clearly damaged here in round 9. Blood coming from his nose, taking big shots. Headshot comes in again. Another big one from Navarrete. Navarrete with a left hand. Sweeping right hand, drives down. Big headshot. Wilson's in deep trouble here.
They got to get in there.
Big, big trouble. It could be ending at any moment.
It's a lot of time left.
He hasn't tied up.
He's got a shot with that left
hook.
Does
he know how to tie up?
And he knows it. He possesses the lottery ticket.
Tie up.
He stumbled back.
Tie up, Wilson.
Stumbled back.
Tie up.
They got to get in there.
Headshots running down from Navarrete. Body shot mixed in. It is over. It is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Desert Diamond Arena, referee Chris Flores calls a stop to this bout at 1 minute 57 seconds. For your winner by technical knockout, and now the WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Emmanuel Vaquero Navarrete.
De Tijuana, Mexico,
and this fight is over, a TKO victory. Oh, southpaw hook just laid him out.
Okay, fellas, this is for the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. We went over the rules in the dressing room. These trunks are good, you can work in here. These trunks are good, you can work in here. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands. Touch them up, wait for the bell.
Valdez, you see him on the right. He has said, I know what I've been through. I know that Navarrete hasn't done what I've done. I don't care about what he says, who he is. I know I'm winning this fight as the two legends look on. Navarrete has said, I want this kind of fight, one of the great ones, the ones that's spoken about forever, and I'm going to commit to it. I want a bloody Mexican-style fight. Do we get it? Let's find out. Here they go for the title. Tim, you said right away, watch for pace. What kind of pace should we watch for early on?
Well, I could just tell you this. You know, for Valdez, he needs to start. He can do two things. He can start off early by using his legs and athleticism to frustrate Navarrete and make him fall in and catch him with counters. Or he can press forward and take advantage of the poor footwork and fundamentals by Navarrete.
Already see that awkwardness from Navarrete early on in the first exchange. He came in from the side door with a right hand.
And Navarrete, he's a slow starter. It takes some time to kind of wind up his engine.
There's a slip there.
Motor.
That was awkward on that exchange. Just a slip as Wes Melton will clean off the gloves of Oscar Valdez.
So Valdez can push him back in spots. And for Navarrete, it's just be who he is. Be awkward, be clever. Oh, there it is.
There it is. There's
there
that lunging left hand from far away. Signature punch from Navarrete. Now on the inside, Valdez with a short right hand.
And again, he's taking advantage of the high guard usage from Valdez, pulling straight back with that high guard, and he was able to find a home for this uppercut.
You said that high guard. Take advantage of it if you're Navarrete. Turn him into a punching bag. Go around the elbow and even get to the body against it.
There it is again. He went around the body that time.
Short left uppercut, nearly coming with that left hook counter. That's a signature punch of Valdez, but he was just off the mark. But you can see where the opportunity may exist. High energy early on here in round one.
No slow start for Navarrete. He's getting off to a quicker start than I've seen him in the past.
Right hand to the body from Valdez. Both men opening up. Valdez comes back with a left hand, goes with that left uppercut from mid-range this time. Good jab from Valdez, missed with the right hand follow. No time to waste, high pressure fight.
Oh,
two-punch
he hurt him with that.
He hurt him with. He's got Valdez hurt. Navarrete hurt Valdez here. Half a minute to go in round one. Good combination from Navarrete.
You see no offense coming back from Valdez when he's in that high guard. Navarrete.
Look at this for round number one.
High guard killer, I told you.
Forget feel them out. It's get right to it and commit to the cause.
10 seconds, stop at the bell.
Big right hand.
Good opening round for Emmanuel Navarrete. Well,
That's
in that
right.
first round, Navarrete threw 73 punches to Valdez's 33 and landed 9 power punches, including the right hand that was driven down and the left uppercut.
Now you're seeing Valdez now coming forward, swinging wild with right hands to the body. But again,
there's that left uppercut from far range again that gets him in.
Forcing him out, getting out of position, no way of punching back, instant punching bag.
He is so awkward, he is so unpredictable, and where that left hand comes from, it's just out of the natural range. It breaks the mold of what your opponent is expecting.
In the jab of Navarrete, that's the problem right now for Valdez. He can't get inside. He's trying to find a way, but Navarrete, he kind of pushes with his jab. He leaves it out there for a second longer than usual.
Right
Most people bring their jabs back, Tess. He doesn't. He leaves it out there, almost as a shield.
Remember the 6-inch reach advantage for Navarrete. You always look at that body. You and I always make the same comment. You look at Navarrete's body, and it always just looks a little imperfect around the belly. This was even at 122 pounds, even at 126 pounds.
I'm not worried about that. Heavyweight champion of the world.
It looks like a bag of milk.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's 3-punch combination from Navarrete. Most of that was blocked by Valdez. Remember, in terms of combination punching, he's one of the best in the world of throwing 4 or more punches in combinations.
Good jab right there from Valdez.
He needs to be consistent with that jab. He needs to be technically sound. And you heard from Eddie Reynoso as Bernardo Osuna was translating, saying the counter punch, the availability with all the offense that's coming your way with Navarrete, the counter punching will win this fight. You have to commit to it.
Valdez now using his athleticism now, using his feet, trying to create offense for himself. He's playing defense right now. Cat and mouse. Play defense, let Navarrete get a little full steam, let him get some confidence, and then he's going to be looking to counter him with shots.
Back against the ropes, but Valdez unable to pull the trigger with a right hand follow.
Good adjustment.
There's a right hand to the body on the inside. Valdez trying to get that real estate on the inside. Warning behind the head. Navarrete fires back with the right hand. Tries to go with the left uppercut. Pulling back was Valdez, out of range. Good exchange, gets the crowd attention here at the end of round number 2. Right hand 1-2 from Navarrete. Tries to push it back with a jab. We got a good one. Oh, good left hand from Valdez. And Navarrete fires back with an uppercut. Round number 3. As we begin this round, Navarrete has a 25-18 connect advantage. Came off the pace just a little bit in punches thrown in round number 2. Valdez was 8 of 41 in that last round.
The punch that Navarrete's looking for, he's looking for the uppercut. That's the shot he's looking for, the left uppercut on Valdez.
So happy that we are bringing you this main event completely commercial free. And with that access to the corner, Bernardo Osuna, I swear I heard them ask, does he hit hard? And the response was, nah.
That's exactly what was asked of Emmanuel Navarrete by his cousin Pedro, and that was his answer, dismissing the power of Oscar Valdez. But it's early, and we know that the bravado of Navarrete may be just that.
Well, ask Miguel Burchelt, who was the boogeyman, the undefeated fighter, if Oscar Valdez hits hard, because he had one of the knockouts of the year.
Valdez being very crafty right now. Navarrete, yes, he's throwing, he's landing occasionally, but Valdez is being sneaky.
Short right hand on the inside and then a short left uppercut. And now he lunges at Valdez. It's so awkward and so unpredictable because you don't expect them from this space. There's another driving overhand right hand. And now they tie up on the inside, separated by Wes Melton.
That's what he's great at, off-rhythm punches. You don't see that. It's hard to train for this type of work from Navarrete.
How would you ever find a sparring partner that could replicate Emmanuel Navarrete?
You can't. You can't.
He misses with the right hand, and he's got an awkward right hand coming back at him. Short chopping left hook from Valdez. Right hand right back in his face from Navarrete.
Just seems to me that Valdez is just looking for one punch in the left hook. He needs to put a little bit more to his arsenal. Navarrete has figured that out already. He's smarter than a lot of people give him credit for. He's a lot smarter.
He's looking for that left uppercut, and then he changes his mind mid-stride.
Yep.
Now, he doesn't land it, but we've seen him in the past absolutely brutalize opponents with that move. There he ducks underneath with the left hand to the body in the middle of the exchange.
And how he did that was he threw the uppercut to bring the elbows inside, so that way he can reach around to get that left hook there.
There's the left uppercut again. Time and again will lead with that. Valdez, that high guard that you detailed, Timmy.
Yeah, there's some holes in the high guard. You can come around it, you can go down to the body, you can also split it and punch through it like that.
What's very interesting, though, in recent years, as Valdez has become a more refined boxer, puncher, and with more defensive prowess under the tutelage of Eddie Reynoso, the trainer also of Canelo Alvarez, he is top 10 according to CompuBox in defensive efficiency. Now tonight, he's being hit. Navarrete, 35 punches landed, 23 of them already power punches.
Oh, nice right hand by Valdez.
We heard the corner of Oscar Valdez. As Reynoso said, Navarrete will tire. You just have to calm down. It will happen for you. Let's check in with Mark Kriegel and his scorecard to this point.
3 rounds to none, Emmanuel Navarrete. Tim mentioned distance at the start of this fight. Navarrete, with that long jab that he keeps out there, has been controlling the distance the whole way through, and he's also landed those right hands from some crazy angles. Last thing I know, he took his great left hook, Timmy.
He took his great left hook, but he's also made an adjustment himself. Navarrete, what he's doing is, look at his right hand. It's pinned to the side of his face every time he throws a punch.
There's an off-balance left hand again from Navarrete. Wide sweeping right hand. Countering opportunities do exist. And there's a short right hand on the inside from Valdez.
Partially blocked by Navarrete. He's aware of the left hook of Valdez.
There it is again. That time he got just underneath. Remember, it was a left hook that floored Emmanuel Navarrete in his last fight in this arena, in this very ring, when he benefited from a long count. There's a right uppercut now. He spit out his mouthpiece against Liam Wilson, and for 27 seconds he was allowed to recover in a veteran move that claimed a title when he rallied back to win by TKO.
Oscar Valdez is looking to close the distance on Navarrete. He's not having a whole lot of success on the outside. And looks like he's trying to find a way to get on the inside, and he wants to work the body of Navarrete. There he is, using his physical strength now.
Holding up with that left hand, coming around with that right hand was Valdez. Merely missed with that left hook. That may be available, Timmy.
We call that a frame. That's what it was. Holding him up with one hand to be able to land the opposite.
Valdez, that high guard, just trying to time that left hook again. You heard from Reynoso, the countering, the timing, it'll be there for you. It will be there.
And he was trying to counter it off the uppercut, so you know that's been a part of the game plan. When you see the uppercut, throw the left hook for Valdez.
There's the uppercut right hand combination.
Ooh.
A frequent combination from Navarrete. There it is again, that time a little fat with the right hand, but he was able to back up Valdez, who wasn't in position to return fire.
But the variation, that's what's confusing Valdez. They're coming from everywhere, different angles, and the shots are heavy, Tess. These are not, you know, feather dusters. These are real hard shots coming from Navarrete.
Now you can see redness in the face of Valdez. Of course, 31 knockouts among his 37 wins for Navarrete.
I want you to pay attention to flow. You see Navarrete, he's real loose with his offense. Relax. Everything that Valdez throws is hard.
That's
you
right.
can see it coming. It's loaded. He loads up on his shots.
As he did there with the left hand. The world champion, Emmanuel Navarrete, 3-division world champion, looking to defend here against Oscar Valdez. All Mexican clash. 2 determined warriors. Round number 4 to this point, Navarrete with a 53-37 connect advantage. In that last round, he threw a fight-high 81. And we told you about the 4-punch combinations. In that last round, he had 3 combinations that were 4 or more punches. He is one of the best in the world of putting his punches together.
I like the adjustment that Valdez is doing now. Now he's committing fully to the body now. That's what he wants to do. He's trying to weaken Navarrete. Another right hand down to the body. Ooh. Good job from right there from Oscar Valdez. Just staying low, letting those punches fly over his head.
Getting out of range from that attack as well, utilizing his footwork and now a little upper body movement.
And then setting up a counter left hook for himself.
Whoa. Keep it clean, keep it clean. Box.
See, you don't always have to match volume with volume. You can outmaneuver volume. That's what you're seeing right now Valdez do. Using some tactics. He's getting caught right there in that high guard. Oh.
There's the volume punching. Something's going to come through.
Something's going to get in, Tess. A good head work and elusiveness right there from Valdez. And here's his follow-up attack.
Just missed with the right hand. Left uppercut comes back into the face. Comes with a right uppercut. Creates more space. 1-2 from Navarrete. Oh! Good shot from Valdez. He sat on it and released it. Tries to come back with it in a short right hand. So here's a swing moment for Oscar Valdez, who's being a little more judicious and finding his spots.
It's hard to break Valdez's psyche. He hasn't been having a good couple of rounds, and now he's still fighting back and trying to find a way to get himself into this fight.
Whoa! Opens up with that left hook.
Just partially blocked.
His signature punch. Each man does it with the left hand. One, the out-of-range lunging uppercut. The other, a tight, fundamentally sound left hook. There's a 4, 5, 6-punch combination from Navarrete. Comes right back at Valdez. Highly competitive 5th round here.
Neither guy wants to give an inch, a psychological edge at all, Tess.
Navarrete trying to double up to the body.
Stop. Don't let him have the head, okay? Box.
Oh, another left hook.
Another left hook from Valdez. Able to get around that probing shot. That right eye, that has been the target of that left uppercut. As we start round number 6, let's check in with the card of Mark Kriegel.
4 rounds to 1. Emmanuel Navarrete. I thought Oscar came on strong in the 4th. I wouldn't have a problem if you gave that either way, but the 5th was definitely his with precision. I thought he defended himself much better.
He was 11 of 23 for power punches in that 5th round, but you can see that abrasion and swelling under the right eye of Oscar Valdez. He did find a little bit of offense that was very effective in round number 5, Timmy.
See the athleticism right now in full effect from Oscar Valdez, and you see the technique faltering for, again, Navarrete. And as this fight continues and goes on and he starts to get fatigued, those openings are going to become more and more available for Oscar Valdez, who has the better technique.
There's that left hook again.
He hurt him with
that.
that.
Then he goes back with it, tried to follow it up with the right hand. Wide swinging overhand right, but instead Navarrete is able to get out of range and get to the ropes and force a break. So more success for Valdez. There's the left uppercut from Navarrete.
Good shot from Navarrete. He continuously landing that shot.
It is a constant beat of the drum, that left uppercut. His trademark punch.
You see him about to throw, look like he was gonna throw a left hook, and then he snuck it underneath. Beautiful shot right there. See, it's not about
pronounced swelling and discoloration with the abrasion under the right eye of Valdez.
It's not about matching volume tests for Valdez. It's about accuracy. It's about being precise. That's what it's about. He can let Navarrete work, but he needs to choose his spots wisely when he lets his hands go, and that's what he's doing right now.
Can't hit him back there, okay?
Warning from Wes Melton.
He's being clever. That's what he's being, sneaky, clever. Good shot to the body.
That left hook to the body has been effective throughout the career of Oscar Valdez. And now inching forward just a little more as Valdez. There's a right hand to that wide flank. Left hook again from Valdez, finding more of a rhythm. And now an up jab. Nearly an elbow on the inside from Navarrete.
This is good stuff right here.
Oh, it's excellent, excellent high-level fight.
What an adjustment from Oscar Valdez.
He who adjusts will put themselves in position to win. Valdez more technically sound.
Ooh.
You got one guy that's landing 28% in Valdez, more precise, but he's only thrown 202. Meanwhile, Navarrete's thrown 463 punches through 6 rounds. He has landed 54 power punches.
I just spoke with Pedro Navarrete, who trains Emmanuel, and I asked him, what did he tell you? And he kind of giggled at me and said that his hand's hurting from hitting Valdez so hard.
Yeah, I mean, that's typical Navarrete, right?
Well, he needs to find a softer surface and needs to go down to that body and stop hitting him on the head. See, there's nothing more frustrating, Tess, than throwing punches, hoping they land and they don't land. The opponent making you miss. It tires you out, Tess.
Don't lean on him, okay?
Mouthpiece out. Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece is out.
And the referee didn't see it. The fighter had the lull in the action in the break. Could have pointed it out. So Valdez will return to the corner. Alberti Reynoso to take care of that.
You see the offensive blow from Navarrete. Something is not right. There's something is not right. It's either what Valdez is doing, or he might be hurt. I don't know.
And then all of a sudden, he switches the gear and throws that combination. But to your point, he threw 95 punches in round number 5. Right now, with a minute to go in round number 7, he's thrown 33.
Or this could just be typical Navarrete, managing his energy.
Valdez trying to dig to the body once he retreated him. Remember, there was a change in the camp of Navarrete because he was talking about wanting to have the gas tank filled towards the end, Tim, the strength and conditioning coach. Oh. Over the top of the right hand as Valdez misses with the left hook as Navarrete pulled back. Now he worked out of there. Multi-punch combination again from Navarrete. Pulls out with a left hook. Valdez tries to burrow his way to the inside, unable to fire anything. Left hook off the mark. Right hand comes back from Navarrete with a left uppercut as well. And they fight through the bell. He can turn it off. And then all of a sudden, here comes the tsunami wave of punches.
He's a faucet.
With about a minute to go in that 7th round, we made the point of saying he's only thrown 33 punches to this point. He finished that round with a fight-high 99 punches thrown and 21 landed.
That's not what
He was just coasting along.
Yes.
And yet he finished with fight-high 21 of 99.
Well, Tess, he can turn it on when
round.
he wants to. He can turn it on when he wants to fight. He can just turn it up. That's an unbelievable ability.
There's a body shot from Oscar Valdez. Left hook from Valdez.
See, Navarrete is about volume. You have Valdez. He's about sharp counters. Boom, like
there's
that.
Right hand as Navarrete threw that punch and was off balance.
We call that clean, effective punches. which is a scoring criteria.
The most important of the scoring criteria. Clean and effective punching. It's what the game is about. Tried to chop down with that right hand. Just a grazing shot from Valdez. Been trying to hit that home run with the left hook a few times.
Oh, nice shot right there. Nice setup. Double uppercut, then reach around the elbow to get the left hook to the liver by Navarrete. Good defense right there from Navarrete. Showing a little bit of his athleticism. Oh, there it is. You reach, I teach. Good shot coming back from Navarrete. I mean, this is it going back and forth. Neither guy are looking to give anyone an edge in this fight. And it's more about the mental. That's what it's more about. When you're getting hit with big shots, you try to get it back as soon as you can. Just to let the guy know, hey, I'm here too, baby.
Valdez closing in on him, had him smothered for a moment. Now back out at range here. Final half minute of round number 8.
You see it turned into a tactical fight for Valdez.
Left hand was able to score there. Tactical and slower pace would favor Oscar Valdez.
Absolutely. Controlling the pace was a key element to this fight.
Crowd starting to chant here as we come to the end of 8.
Valdez, he's not going to concede. He's going to be here all night long.
He never does.
Exactly.
You are talking about
That's
a fighter
the difference.
who fought 7.5 rounds in a championship effort and won with a broken jaw.
You got to beat the fight out of Valdez. You got to knock him out to stop him.
So here we are, round number 9. Navarrete with a 116-82 connect advantage according to CompuBox. Valdez more precision. He's landed 30% of his total punches. Navarrete landing 18%. Let's check in with Bernardo.
I just spoke with Eddie Reynoso and I said, what did you ask him to come out and do? He's got to pressure. He's got to dig to the body. He does that.
And he does. And it's a moment for Valdez. There's an overhand right as Navarrete fires back with an up jab. And back to the center of the ring. Good action to open up round number 9.
But he's missing, Tess. He's missing.
Hip
Valdez.
movement from Valdez. We told you the improvement of the defensive prowess in the recent years. He's going to need that down the stretch. You know what Navarrete intends to bring. Still searching for that left hook.
He hurt his hand. It's the right hand that's hurt for Navarrete. He just shook his hand.
Look at this. He's only throwing the left for the past couple moments. Now pawing with the right. Let's see if he throws. He tried to fix the glove with the right hand. Let's see if he throws a full right hand. Bernardo will be in that corner.
Oh, he got hurt with that body shot.
Left hand sweeping across the body, comes up high. But we have yet to see Navarrete through that right hand, Timmy.
It's hurt, but he has to fight, Tess. Doesn't matter. He's been here before. He's hurt his hands in previous fights, and he still found a way to win. And he says he wants to go to that dark place. Well, he's going to have to go there tonight to beat Oscar Valdez, because he is coming on strong on the back end of this fight.
Going with the jab. Valdez seemingly sensing it. Still that continued swelling and the abrasion under the right eye. Navarrete only throwing out that stay-away jab for right now.
Right now, Valdez is doing what everybody didn't think he should do. He's pushing back Navarrete. That's what he's doing. He's pushing him back. And I knew he'll have opportunities to push him back because Navarrete's footwork is terrible. Terrible footwork, poor footwork.
So clearly something wrong with the right hand of Navarrete. Bernardo.
Yeah, just to close out the point before the action started, Eddie told me, look, if we're losing this fight, I need Valdez to go out there and dig to the body because since the 3rd round, he's missing the shots to the head.
It'll be interesting to see how the judges scored things early on. How many of these rounds were banked by Navarrete, as he clearly had the advantage in the early going. But right now, a turn of this championship fight in favor of Oscar Valdez. both with what he produced in this 9th round and now the circumstances with Navarrete. So here we go. We've got high drama now, considering the right hand of Navarrete. The momentum swing for Valdez as we are starting the 10th round. WBO Junior Lightweight World Championship on the line. Mexican legacy warrior pride on the line in front of some of the greatest to ever do it sitting ringside.
So
Can Navarrete use that right hand?
So there's a risk for Valdez going down to the body. If he doesn't do it at the right distance, that uppercut could get in on him.
Navarrete willing to throw combinations here to open up round 10, but not fully throttling that right hand.
No, he just wants to fluster and bewilder Valdez. That's it. He wants to keep him occupied, keep his hands in his pocket. So he's just letting punches go, whether they land or not. Nothing's coming back from Valdez at this moment.
And strangely, that's his best defense.
Yes. But just look, if he doesn't pay attention, if he doesn't be disciplined with that right hand, that left hook is going to come real soon.
Opening moments of this 10th round is a Navarrete round as the right eye is worsening for Valdez. Back and forth, these swings of drama.
Valdez is looking, he's looking to just warm him up for that shot. He's looking, there it is.
Right hand over the top. That right eye is significantly worse.
There it is again.
Navarrete willing to exchange with that right hand. Gonna have to. Has to bite down here as we head to the championship rounds. Tries to duck underneath with a body shot with the left. Bernardo.
So Pedro Navarrete confirmed that it is the right hand that is injured. It's the knuckles for Navarrete, but he also said, keep an eye on that right eye of Valdez because he won't see the left coming.
That's a very good point. We've been noticing it here in this 10th round. Much more significant swelling to that right eye of Valdez, who presses to the inside, sweeps across the body. Goes to the body, 5-punch combination, 6-punch combination, left hand included up top. Navarrete gets himself out of that corner. Minute to go here in round number 10. Valdez trying to come up and over with that left hook. Back out to range. 1-2 from Navarrete, doubles up the left hand. That's his sole healthy weapon. Look at the right eye of Valdez. It is badly damaged here. Over the top with the right hand, looking to counter that left. That right eye is closing, Timmy.
It's closing. And in between rounds, we've been in Navarrete's corner, but I was hoping we can go over there in Valdez's corner. Is the inswell? Are they using the inswell on that eye?
Look at this exchange. We got one guy with an injured right hand. Whoa. We got another guy with a closed eye, and yet we got a Mexican war breaking out. Oh, this is great stuff. Come on,
come on, baby. Give it to us.
Everything it's all about. Everything it's supposed to be, and still championship rounds to go.
And
a 2-division world champion against a 3-division world champion fellow countryman. Mark Kriegel, your scorecard.
6 rounds to 4, 96-94. Navarrete wanted to go to that place. He's there now, fellas.
Here we go. That last round, look at the punches. Navarrete was 32 of 128. Valdez landed 23 of 51. That was a classic round. Ooh. Big right hand, sweeping with the left hook, nearly went through the ropes, and Wes Melton nearly got hit, as he did a year ago in a viral clip.
The war is about to break out.
Oh, it's been there.
Oh, no, it's about to heat up even more these last couple of rounds.
The eye is almost fully shut of Oscar Valdez. The right hand of Emmanuel Navarrete has been injured and hurt for over 7 minutes to this point. And yet, it's pedal to the metal, and it's a right hand from Valdez, and they're swinging away in the center of the ring. Look at the damage to the right side of the face of Valdez. And yet, he's somehow finding moments halfway through round 11.
Oh.
There's the left hand coming from range. Off balance from Navarrete, his signature punch. Another left hand targeting that damaged eye.
Stop. Back up. Box.
Sweeping right hand from Valdez.
Navarrete just walking straight through it like it was nothing. Tess, the most interesting thing about Navarrete fights is his face. He takes punches, he gets hit flush, but you don't see the wear and tear like you see on Valdez's face, on Navarrete. Every fight he's in a war, but you can't even tell. Good shot. This is a good round for Navarrete right here. Great round for him.
They hear the clap. Short left uppercut on the inside. Big round for Navarrete.
Oh.
They're going to have 3 minutes to decide it.
Oh, my goodness.
A thriller in the desert.
Look at that eye.
The all-Mexican clash. Show your guts was spoken to a guy who has shown them each and every time. Let's decide it right here. Coming off a big Navarrete round with the championship on the line. 12th and final round.
Tess, that right eye is closed.
Oh, it's closed.
It's closed.
It is badly
didn't even come
damaged.
up. Doctor didn't even come up at all to check that eye.
Punches landed, 182 to 127 edge for Navarrete.
Oh, good shots.
Both men landing there. It was a right hand from Navarrete and return fire right hand from Valdez. The right side of the face of Valdez shows you so much of what may reveal itself on the scorecard. Middle rounds and towards later rounds, Valdez had some big moments. Early rounds were Navarrete, and later rounds could be a Navarrete finish. And keep in mind, with a damaged right hand, that was a push and a slip.
And having to pick himself off the canvas late in this fight, brutal fight, fought at a high pace, takes a lot out of you.
The onslaught from Navarrete, as he always does. He just brings more and more and more. Right hand from Valdez tried to sneak in. Navarrete seemingly unaffected, slipped on the signage, the wet signage in the middle of the ring.
Oh my goodness.
This crowd cannot get enough. Over 10,000 selling out the configuration here. Everybody came early wanting to get in to see the Mexican clash. The Mexican legends ringside. Julio Cesar Chavez, Barrera, Morales. And it's fitting to perform like this in front of those eyes.
Here come Valdez.
Better have urgency here. Wide sweeping right hand, 4-punch combination from Navarrete. Awkward left hand sends Valdez back. And now on the attack. Headshots from Navarrete. Each man said they wanted this kind of a fight. The kind of fight that takes you to the dark places. The kind of fight Navarrete said all the great Mexican legends have. There's the traditional left uppercut that he puts forth again. And that right eye is in bad shape. Left hand from Valdez. Final ticks of the clock. Right hand, combination from Valdez. Gotta find something here. He's going for it. Navarrete fires back. How about it? Standing ovation for these two great champions.
Here inside Desert Diamond Arena. After 12 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision.
Zachary Young scores the bout 116-112. Chris Wilson scores it 118-110. And Lisa Giampa scores it 119-109. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still, WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Emmanuel Vaquero Navarrete!
Emmanuel Navarrete, a unanimous decision winner to retain his world championship.
De Tijuana, Mexico,
And this fight is over, a TKO victory. Oh, southpaw hook just laid him out.
Okay, let's go. Chief seconds. Okay, fellas. This is for the WBO NABF Heavyweight Championship. Went over the rules in the dressing room. Gonna check these trunks, these are good. From here down, we're gonna call low. Gonna check these trunks, these are a little bit low. From here down, we're gonna call low. Let's have a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times and obey my commands. Just touch them up, bang at the belt. Keep him in here, okay? Let's go! Work out. Work out. Work out in there. Can't hold him like that no more, okay? Come on. Work out, work, work. Work in there, work. Work in there. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Let's go. Let him go. Let him go. Work out. Work out in there. Work out. Work out. Stop! Stop! Kidney shot. Stop, 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 stop. Sergey, you can't come in and hold him now. Let's go. Work out of there. Push him off. Push him off. No. No headbutts. Push him off. Stop. Stop. No headbutts. Let's go. Work out of there. Work out of there. Let him go. Work out of there. Work out of there. Watch your heads. Work out of there. Work out. Stop. Stop. Come on now. Come on now. No holding. Let's go. Back up. Work out of there. Let's go. Let's go. Work out of there. Stop. Stop. Come on now. No holding. No holding. Let's go. Work out. Let's go. Work out. Work out. Let him go. Let him go. Let's go. Work out in there. Work out. Stop. No, don't get his head up. Let's go. Stop. 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 Let him go. Work out. Stop. There you go. Work out. Work out. Let him go. Let him go. Watch your heads in there. Work out. Work out in there. Keep it clean. Work out of there. Right, break. Keep it clean. Keep it clean now. Let's go. Work out of there. Work out of there. Come on, work out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds, Judge Flores scores it 98-92. El juez Valenzuela 96-94, Judge Valenzuela 96-94. Y el juez Azueta 99-91, Judge Azueta 99-91. A favor del ganador por decisión unánime, in favor of the winner, by way of unanimous decision. Y a un campeón and still champion, El Destroyer, Andy Ruiz Jr.
De Tijuana, México,
And this fight is over, a TKO victory. Oh, southpaw hook just laid him out.
Okay, Chief Seconds. Okay, fellas, this is for the WBO Featherweight Championship. Went over the rules in the dressing room. Check these trunks, these are a little bit low. Check these trunks, these are good. Let's have a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times and obey my commands. Touch them up, bang at the belt.
Well, we expect them to bang plenty tonight.
Talk about banging. Both these fighters' style can bring on head clashes. They're both inside, looking to get in those trenches. They have been both involved in getting bloodied by colliding heads.
Here we go. Both undefeated. Valdez putting his title on the line. He owns the second highest knockout percentage among modern era featherweight titleists, active or retired. Round number one.
Sylvania has been on the floor. He might be again tonight.
Sylvania to me just looks so physically strong. Just threw a hook at Valdez and kind of moved him back a little bit.
I actually think the stronger guy is Valdez.
Of course, but I'm just saying just the looks of things. Looks are deceiving, right?
Yeah, if you really look at facts, Sylvania is actually a small guy. Tim turned pro 108. Most fights at 122, while Valdez turned pro 132. And he's fought most of his career at featherweight.
By the way, not an uncommon path of growth with what we've seen with Filipino fighters.
And this
of course, Tim, you know that better than anyone, having fought Manny Pacquiao 3 times.
For one of the greatest.
That's right.
This is a fight where I think size will matter, or can matter, as far as being a bigger guy, because both guys like to impose themselves, I said it earlier, physically. And when you want to do that, the bigger guy can have an edge.
Valdez is just focused right now on landing that jab and controlling Sylvania at distance.
Right hand to the body from Oscar.
Both guys have scar tissue above those eyes. Sylvania a little bit more. Valdez showing a little bit more dimension. Can go inside, can go outside, can use his legs. For the most part, Sylvania wants to come in that front door.
As we saw moments ago, and now more body work from Valdez.
Right now, one dimension in Sylvania versus multi-dimensions in Valdez. Multi-dimensions usually wins.
Sometimes Valdez come out wide with those shots. I just saw Sylvania land a quick left hook in the inside of that. I believe it was a right hand, overhand right by Valdez.
Valdez loves to loop that right hand. Throws it like a baseball sometimes.
And Sylvania found a home for that baseball. For the bat, right?
It was a wide sweeping right hand that missed its target to the body moments ago.
In the fighter meeting, Valdez said that he learned a lot from his last timeout.
That was an entertaining fight against Mariaga.
Yes, very entertaining fight. Said he's
And it won. Joe, Teddy, Timmy, and Bernardo here ringside in Tucson. Round number 2 of our featherweight title fight. Oscar Valdez throwing 50 punches in that first round. His percentage landed not as high as we typically see out of the champ, but sustained work.
You know, with all the great, and I mean great history and tradition of Mexican fighters, Valdez, the only Mexican fighter ever to be involved in 2 Olympics, representing Mexico, 2008, 2012 games.
He was only 17 years old in those 2008 games, at 119 pounds, then came back at 123 pounds in 2012.
There's the versatility that I think has given Valdez the upper hand right here. He's able to go in, go out, go to the side. For the most part, Sylvania, one-dimensional inside, coming forward, straight ahead.
Valdez better be cautious. He's throwing combinations and he's getting clipped. He's trying to get time by Sylvania
able to land that right hand in between the punches of Valdez moments ago.
Sylvania has a bad habit. Watch, he wastes a lot of movement. He's moving his head from too far away. When he moves that head from too far away, he's not, look at it. See that head movement too far away? Unnecessary, and it can be timed.
With the hard jab.
Yes, it can, and with the right hand. Behind the jab, Timmy, like you're absolutely right.
And right in the pocket there, as the left hand lands from Valdez.
And again, watch that head movement of Sylvania from too far away. When he starts moving that head too far away, out of position, out of range, good spot for Valdez to step in, time him a little, touch him up a little.
Body shot from the Filipino. Comes in with a 2-punch combination. You can see the bad intentions both men have when they get their combinations off, both heavy-handed. There's that wide sweeping right again from Oscar.
Coming in that front door. Sometimes somebody's going to be there, and that left hook was there.
Comes back with a sweeping left hand.
Sometimes Sylvania stands there a little bit too long, and he get hit with the 3rd shot. Sometimes the 4th shot.
No, you're right,
Valdez.
But the main thing Sylvania does, he continues to be predictable. Coming in from movement too far away, the same speed, the same direction, straight ahead.
Good final minute here of round number 2 from the undefeated titleist, Oscar Valdez Jr. Back to action here in round 3 of our championship featherweight fight.
Left hook just hurt Sylvania.
And he stand right there.
For now.
For now. You mentioned something about more dimensions from Valdez in that amateur pedigree. Well, Sylvania only had 2 amateur fights. That's why you're able to see the movement and the creativity from Valdez, more dimensions.
Yeah, Valdez had 204 amateur fights. Almost not fair.
Good exchange right in the middle of the ring between these two. Bernardo Osuna does such a great job listening into both corners, making his way around ringside. Bernie, what can you tell us?
Well, in Genesis Sylvania's corner, they want body work. But in the red corner of Oscar Valdez, Manny Robles said he's coming right at you. No head movement. Use that uppercut and set up that left hook.
The right hand that tried to get around the guard from Oscar.
Instructions there that will pass on to us. Right hand. Absolutely right. You got a guy coming right at you, catch him coming in. And that's exactly what Valdez is doing.
You hear the chant here in Tucson. They love their hometown guy.
Oscar's boxing well from the outside right now. He just popped with a straight right hand and a left hand right after. Sylvania seems like he can't find his rhythm right now. Can't find Oscar.
Most of Sylvania's fights have been in the Philippines. This is his first fight in the U.S. An awfully unhospitable way. Not a lot of hospitality to invite a fighter into the country for his first fight, putting him in with a guy like Valdez.
And not only that, but his lead trainer, Mark Gil-Milligan, had visa issues, so he couldn't make the trip. Now, he does have an experienced corner, and he has many of those who are side by side with him back in Japan. But when a guy's been with you every step of the way, Timmy, like the guy to your right, to all of a sudden find out late in the process, lead dog's not going to be barking, that changes things.
It changes things because, you know, you believe in that man that's in that corner giving you instructions. I'm not sure what kind of experience he has with the guy that's working his corner right now. And for me, Teddy knows my tendencies. He knows what I'm all about, and you need to know that. You know, when you're a fighter, when you want to pump him up and get him going.
Now, Yuki Kashimi is who traveled over to be the chief second now with Sylvania. And I want to add this to that comment, because earlier tonight we saw the great champion Gilberto Ramirez move his mark to 36-0. He dedicated tonight's title defense to those back in Mexico City. And Canelo Alvarez is there in person, helping, lending his help on the ground, helping with food, with water. Hands-on is Canelo Alvarez today in Mexico City. Well done.
Behavior of a champion.
That's right, Teddy.
Behavior of a human being.
And we are seeing an emerging, blossoming breakthrough star here in Oscar Valdez, a champion at 26 years old.
Stop, don't pull on the head, okay? Let's go.
He grew up here in this town, then went to Mexico for his teen years, fought here about 2.5 years ago, and he promised the fans then, I'm going to win a belt, and I'm going to come back, and I will have a world title fight in Tucson. This is that night.
What is one dimension, aggressive dimension, physical dimension that Sylvania brings? Not enough when the other guy has 3 dimensions. And Valdez showing all those dimensions. Body, outside, head, movement, straight right hands, left hooks, controlling range.
Good work that time by Genesis Sylvania.
Sylvania uses his legs one way, going forward. Valdez uses his legs a lot of ways. You see it right now.
I'll tell you, when Oscar digs in with that left hand to the body, he just opens up with everything he can offer, doesn't he?
Like I said earlier, both these guys throw punches with bad intentions.
Another body shot, then he comes with a right hand.
If Valdez doesn't throw any take it easy punches. Everything he throws to do damage.
Knockdown scored.
5, 6, 7, 8. You okay? You okay? You okay? Come to me. Come to me.
He got caught moving away with the right hand with his hands down.
Nearly incredulous to Wes Melton even asking the question, are you okay?
You're moving away You know, he's been showing the dimensions that we're talking about. When is it not to your advantage to have that dimension? When you move off to the side with your hands down, where an opponent can catch you on the way out. He got caught on the way out.
And he comes in with a right hand. Look at the challenger on the attack. Oscar Valdez in trouble here at the end of the round.
It's great to move out. It's great to move to the side, but you got to do it the right way. He did it the wrong way. It gave a free shot to Sylvania.
So a little unexpected drama in round number 4 as the undefeated title challenger, Genesis Sylvania, gets him hurt in the 4th round, wobbles him late. Let's check in with what they're saying in Valdez's corner with Bernardo.
They told him, you got overconfident. You walked away with your hands down and you crossed your feet. That's when he connected, and that's what happened. Just stay alert.
That was something that I saw in the Mariaga fight. And I said during the telecast that he pulls away with his hands down, comes out too fat. We need to show him how to come out, you know, the right way.
And a lot of fighters do that, but they get away with it until they don't get away with it.
When you get a guy to follow you with the punch.
Exactly.
And Teddy, to your point earlier, everything that Timmy just described, things that you have described, that's what makes for an entertaining fight here. This is what makes for a good TV fight at a championship level. There's some flaws.
Even things up real quick. Because the champion Valdez had a shutout going. 3 straight rounds, 10-9 rounds on my scorecard. All of a sudden, not a walk in the park anymore.
There was a short right hand on the inside from the Filipino title challenger there that scored again.
Well, it looks like Sylvania's the stronger man right now. Valdez is hitting him with everything and not hurting him, but Sylvania's hitting Valdez and he's hurting him.
Right hand that split the guard from Valdez.
Who's the stronger guy now?
Back and forth they go, trading knockdowns. He doesn't look good. Oscar's going to be on the attack, looking to finish this thing. Valdez, here they go. Big left hand, a right hand rings in. He was on the canvas, now he's on the attack.
Like I said, both guys want to impose their physicality on the other, and they both have.
Valdez better be careful.
Another sweeping right hand, thudding down on Sylvania.
Valdez doesn't have that word careful in his vocabulary.
Final moments here of round 5. Genesis, a little more settled on his feet, absorbs another big blow. Crowd absolutely roaring here for their hometown hero. What a round. Great stuff. Round number 6, Valdez and Sylvania.
He promised action. He promised physicality. He promised punches with bad intention. So far, all delivered.
Folks, when you see a scorecard that goes back-to-back with opposite 10-8 rounds, you're loving life as a fight fan.
Stop, back up.
Valdez just got his confidence back. He needed that knockdown. You know, being dropped for the first time in his career. He needed a knockdown. Now he's got his energy back. Now he's back in control.
Traveled halfway around the world with his lead trainer unable to make the trip because of visa issues. Came up tough, overcoming so many obstacles and poverty in the Philippines. Made his way to Japan to emerge as a contender at 126 pounds. And then comes to Valdez's home turf and drops him. But Valdez roars back.
You know how you watch different fighters where some of them throw soft punches to set up hard punches? Well, Valdez never went into that classroom. He throws hard punches to land hard punches.
Heavy-handed young man.
Even his jab. Look at that jab. Hard.
Like a pro.
Left hand scores from Genesis. Trying to get around that guard with the left hook again.
You know what that hard jab? You know what that hard jab does, Joe? when that hard jab comes from Valdez, it sends a signal to Sylvania. Yeah, you want to be aggressive, but think twice before you're too aggressive. It makes you think a little bit before you come forward, where you normally might be coming forward right away.
And sometimes hard jabs do sting you and just keep you there for the right hand.
Yeah, they set the table where you can eat with that next one.
I've been hit with jabs that felt like right hands.
So Genesis coming forward, lunging in that right hand.
Well, you fought everybody who was the best out there.
Yeah. Valdez put himself in a bad situation right there trying to get away. And he got caught with a hit with a shot.
Tell you where the danger zone is for Valdez, besides pulling out. We saw that already. But when you're loading up on everything hard, you leave a little hole sometimes.
For the counter.
For the counter.
Like that.
Like that.
Right hand from Genesis, backing up the champ. Another power surge to close out a round. Let's look at the power punches in the last round. Both landing 9. Sylvania a little more effective down the stretch, especially in those final 15 seconds. Bernardo.
Oscar's father stepped up to the ring and said, I know you want to put on a show for the home crowd, but you need to be intelligent. Then Manny Robles stepped in and said, look, you need to be smart. You need to control the fight and don't let him steal rounds like he did in that combination.
Oscar went with a body shot there, and doing so then opened up again as Genesis tried to place the right hand.
I've been watching Sylvania. He's looking for a home for that right uppercut. Oscar sometimes lean in when he throws a hook to the body or he throws his right hand. He'll lean in, and he's just off the mark. But I see it landing possibly later in the fight when Oscar kind of fades and settles down a little bit.
Absolutely right. I'll tell you another thing where Valdez leaves himself available, exposed. Again, loading up on every shot, that's all he knows. When you load up and you miss like that, guess what? Your body follows the punch, and you fall in a little bit. And when you fall in a little bit, well, you can be available for a counter.
What do you think about this, Coach? 3 months of training camp. Might have done overdid it.
Sometimes it could be too much. We'll find out late in the fight.
8 weeks the norm. But he says he has to know, not physically, but mentally, that he's done absolutely everything, says Oscar, that he's prepared for every possible situation.
I've been there before. I used to do the same thing. And then as I got older and matured as a fighter and had, got more experience, I went down to 8 weeks of training.
And you shared that advice with him yesterday, Tim.
So it still shows that Oscar's still developing mentally, physically, as a fighter, as a world champion, as a young world champion, to have confidence in himself and his ability.
Not much landed there. Backed him up. But that left hand was on the glove of Sylvania.
That's where you got to trust yourself. And that comes with experience. Because a fighter only knows one thing, and he's getting caught those right hands again.
There's a big right hand again from Genesis.
Left hand down when he steps back, he's getting caught. A fighter knows one thing, I work, I work, I work. That's where my confidence comes from. But that's where a trainer has to say, you worked enough. You work too much, and it can be detrimental.
Crowd trying to rally support as the Oscar chant starts up again. The twists and turns of a championship fight, and we're only at the end of round 7. Genesis Sylvania has earned that smile. He loves being aggressive, and he understands this golden opportunity that's in front of him. Sylvania scored the knockdown in round 4. Then he was put down in round 5. That is why you see the dueling 10-8 rounds in the middle of Teddy Atlas's scorecard.
Just saw Valdez land a 4-punch combination, switch it up. Every shot looked not that hard, but it's just quick. He needs a little bit more of that.
Again, you see the same thing. You could the bad and the ugly, the good and the bad. Valdez, the good, all bad intentions, all power shots. The bad sometimes puts him out of position. And when it puts him out of position, that can happen. Your opponent can be right there to catch him.
And he's waiting on him to pull back. Sylvania is waiting on Valdez to pull out after a combination so he can step forward and hit him with the straight shots like that. Valdez has a bad habit in pulling out with his hands down.
Before any more fireworks go off, let me get out a real quick happy birthday to my nephew, Braden Atlas, 13 years old today.
Happy birthday.
Another combination that received return fire from Sylvania.
One thing that Sylvania said in the fighter meeting is that Valdez gets hit later in the fight. He feels that's to be his best opportunity to land shots on Valdez is later in the fight.
Well, what Valdez is doing right now, using his legs to make sure he don't get hit, keeping Sylvania a little off balance, and he's doing a pretty good job of keeping him off balance. You got a strong guy. Both guys are strong. You got a strong guy in Sylvania. How do you neutralize that? Move to the side, keep him off balance. Don't let him be set to use that strength. That's what he's doing right now.
Sylvania right now is waiting on his opportunity. He's waiting on Valdez to do the work for him. Pull back, Valdez.
He's waiting too long.
Back up.
Might have blown around waiting.
Challenger who doesn't know how to lose. Undefeated Genesis Sylvania. Power punches you see there in the last round.
You young fighters out there, that's why you use a jab to set the shots up. You step in, you don't reach it.
You know, in between rounds, I saw Valdez manager come over to the corner a little bit worried. Not sure what he said to the coaches in the corner, but maybe a sense of urgency for Valdez to step up and do what he needs to do to get this guy out of here or to win this fight. A little concerned.
See, what you have to be careful is when you think you're going out the side door, you better make sure you're really going out the side door. Again, he went straight back.
And got caught.
Got caught. You're going out the side door, guys. You gotta make sure that you get outside that shoulder where you're safe. You're still inside that shoulder, you can get caught on the way out.
And I'll tell you the roar of this crowd that we were hearing in that 5th round when they felt their guy, their champ, had turned it and had it in the danger zone to close it, scored the knockdown. It was rallying. It's like a wet blanket has been thrown over with some of these moments of successive opportunity from Sylvania. Bernardo, what can you tell us?
In Sylvania's corner, they just want him to keep pressuring. They want him to work the body and just always be in Oscar Valdez's face.
Well, what else would they want? What else does the guy know how to do?
Reaction from the body shot with the left hand.
That was a vicious body shot by Valdez just a second ago.
It's not like you're going to tell Sylvania, you know what, I want you to act like Pernell Whitaker now.
Dug into the body again with the left hand.
You know, Sylvania is so predictable. And in the sense of that, I think Valdez is at times too. And Sylvania's taking advantage of the opportunities. I think, you know, Sylvania is waiting on Valdez to pull out so he can have opportunity to hit him. He truly is.
And if you wait on one thing, Timmy, and it doesn't come, you fall behind the 8 ball. Sylvania's fallen behind the 8 ball a little bit here, last couple rounds. At least this round.
Well, I think that's the only opportunity he knows he has. He can't outbox Valdez.
No, but by waiting on one shot to catch him on the way out, that doesn't come. He's losing the opportunity to just come forward behind the jab.
love these loaded cards with action throughout. We saw Conlon earlier, showed you that highlight. Had a great title fight, the super middleweights, as Gilberto Ramirez had a unanimous decision against Jesse Hart. And here they have traded knockdowns for the WBO featherweight title.
You know, I want to take a moment. I only think it's right. We celebrated the retirement a little while ago of a great fighter, Andre Ward, and rightfully so. A couple months ago, the guy's sitting right in between us, Joe. Pretty darn great fighter right here. We talked about Andre Ward being a great winner. We could talk about Tim Bradley being a great winner. We talk about Andre Ward having nothing but class. We could talk about Timmy Bradley, nothing but class. So I'd just like to say, congratulations on your retirement, champ.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate that.
Former two-division world champion. We've been thrilled to be sitting with you for so many of these recent great fights.
Back up, back up.
That was dangerous right there. You know, he landed that left hook, Valdez, but then he pulled out with his hands down, and a left hook whizzed by his chin.
Yeah, you're right, Teddy. Sylvania is waiting a little bit too long. He's getting beat to the punch, beat to the mark.
He's blowing rounds doing this.
But like I said, his only opportunity is when Valdez make the mistake and that habit that he has in pulling straight back.
That's a great opportunity.
And he has taken advantage of that opportunity.
It is a great opportunity, Timmy, but I'll argue with you with one thing. He has an opportunity to just do it the way that he does it. Come forward behind the jab and just get inside, get in the trenches. He's not doing that the last couple rounds. He's looking for the one shot, and that has not been serving him.
Well, it looks like to me that Valdez is not cooperating. He's moving, using his legs, finding angles.
And in a fight like this, where Valdez seemingly controlled the early goings, then we have the trading of knockdowns in 4 and 5 and some of the bigger rallies in the 6th. Valdez can box his way to gathering points and rounds on the scoreboard. As the championship rounds have arrived. Stay with us. Jesse Hart from Philly was so game, but Ramirez kept coming, did damage early, and a unanimous decision win in what was just such a well-matched, good, hard-fought title fight to open up our night of back-to-back title fights with all 4 coming in undefeated. That is what we have in front of us here. Final 2 rounds, a right hand from Oscar Valdez, and that gets the attention of his home fans.
Now, you made the point in the last round, Timmy, and to your point, you're right, that I'm saying that Sylvania should just be doing with what got him here to the dance. Not looking for the one shot. If it's there, it's there. But instead of falling behind, as he has the last several rounds, looking for the one shot, press behind the jab, get in, and you said, well, Valdez is not cooperating. Gotcha. But it doesn't matter. You still have to do that and take that tack. Take that attitude. And then if he doesn't let you get there, fine. But you lose with what brought you here. You lose with the best of yourself. Right now, he's not losing with the best of himself.
Oh, he came out the gate firing that jab. He must have heard you. And working his combinations after.
And that's what he should be doing. You're going to lose. The guy's going to outbox you. He's not going to cooperate with you. Make him do that. But don't stand there looking for one shot.
They may not be there.
Exactly.
That's true.
Come in there. Come with what got you here. Come behind that jab. Come with all barrels firing. If he outboxes you, so be it. But at least you know that you brought what you needed to bring. And he's not doing that right now.
It was there in round 4, 6, 7, but it hasn't been there the last 3 rounds.
Watch your head. Watch your heads in there. Watch your head. Stop. Back up.
Jab off the hip from Oscar. Coming up short on that right hand behind the jab was Genesis. Now Oscar perhaps a little more willing.
win or lose after this fight, the connections of Valdez need to go back to the drawing board, go back to the gym, and correct that habit of going out or to the side with your hands down, exposed.
Such a defensive flaw, and it cost him tonight. And then everything just being just a little too wide at times too, Teddy, right?
Yes. And if you don't correct that, somewhere down the road you'll pay a price. Little head clash right there.
There it is.
Left hand to the body from Oscar.
That body shot right there seemed to hurt Sylvania for a minute.
It did. I think the good work boxing down the stretch here, and now an exchange to close out the 11th. 106-101, says Teddy. They traded the knockdowns in the middle, but then those missed opportunities with Sylvania just looking for that one big shot as Valdez boxes his way to a lead on Teddy's scorecard. The champ returning home here to Tucson, looking to defend things. And the beginning of this round tells us we may be in store for a little something different here in this final round here. 12th and final round as he lets loose. Genesis says, come on, bring a little more than that, my friend. Stalking, and a right hand does land there.
Again, pulling out. Better correct that. Pulling out straight in front.
Good exchange.
Don't go anywhere, you got it.
Well, this is going to be sensational stuff down the stretch. Short right hand.
They don't know anything, these guys, except fighting. Even if they're ahead, they don't care. Valdez ahead, so what? I'm still going to go and get him.
That's why I like me some Oscar Valdez, baby.
Yes, sir.
He wears his heart on his sleeve.
You're ahead, kid. Box, move around. Now I think I'm going to go get him.
Sylvania's very game. He's still in this fight. There's still seconds left.
And again, everything in a big shot. Valdez, everything he loads up on. And that can leave an opening.
Such risk reward in the center of the ring from the champion.
Sylvania is running on fumes right now. Nothing but heart.
One tough cookie there.
Nothing but heart is pushing him forward.
There he went again.
Chasing with the right hand.
Sylvania was waiting on his opportunity. Waiting a little bit too long.
Tried to go to the body that time, and they will break. 45 seconds remain here with the title on the line.
If you were wondering if Sylvania is running on fumes, just look at that last clinch inside, that last moment inside. They got in close, he didn't punch. He needs to rest.
Oscar comes forward. Crowd rising as they're looking for their hometown champ to retain things here in Tucson. Oh, that's good stuff. How about it?
Judge O'Connell scores it 116-110. Judge Martinez 119-111. And Judge Taylor scores it 117-109. For the winner, by way of unanimous decision, and still WBO featherweight champion of the world, puro Nogales, señores, Oscar
Valdez does it here at home.